bro. That thing just like I'm literally. Y'all saw my face. I'm just here waiting to watch it, and then boom, here we go. All right, man. StreamYard paying too much goddamn much money, man, for this bullshit. Need to be fixed. Need to be fixed. You will get the thumbs down tonight when the show ends. You will get the thumbs down tonight. But we here. We are back. We are back. Brother Al is in the building. Chris is in the building. Puff Daddy is in the building. How y'all doing, fellas?
Doing great, man. Doing great.
Good. Glad to be back in the number. Go ahead, Brother Al.
I'm glad to be back too. Hello, everyone. Chat, panel, Frustrated Fan Sports Show, Funk Commons 844. Hey, y'all thought I was crazy last week when that stuff was happening to me, but I told y'all that foolishness that just did. I don't know what's going on, man, but you need to find somebody from StreamYard. You need to bend them over. You need to shine up your shoe, turn that something gun sideways, and stick it straight up. You know what?
Jump to body elbow will be dropped. Ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, thanks for joining us tonight. Make sure that y'all hit that like, share, and subscribe button. And we're going to go ahead and get this thing lined up here because y'all know the time it is.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
But my prices are reasonable. What?
Oh, there they go. There.
All right, right out of the gate.
I've been looking forward to this. This bullshit.
Look at the bullshit.
Yeah, right out the gate, y'all. Right out the gate. Oh, y'all ain't see. Wait till y'all see that last one for tonight. I still told you I got a special one tonight.
$9,999.95 for a blank variant original sketch that is signed.
Said, I was there.
How else did I mean?
Got the zinger. Got the zing of the bullet
bouncing off the shield.
Bro, why couldn't he add some color to Captain America's mask or something, man?
I'm trying to figure out why he went with the older shield.
That's the US agent variant.
What's up, Carol?
Not near mint.
Yeah,
welcome, everybody.
Yes, it's over 9,000.
Yeah, over $9,000 for it, man. At least you get free shipping.
Yeah, DT is building. Yeah.
Like the only upside.
Yeah, it's just like wow,
it's horrible.
Right now, the color after the color dies.
Yeah,
like why? I wonder if that shield is just easy to draw. Because you ever notice on a lot of Captain America blank variants when they do those kind of sketch covers, it's usually the old school shield before the round shield. And I wonder if it's just because it's easy to do that than to try to draw a circle freehand. Easier just to do the little swoops than to try to draw actual circle freehand. Like, because they always go to that shield.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah. Definitely agree with Rob. Get a low grade X-Men 1.
Like new.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my god. Man, I'm so sick of this fucking book.
Y'all see my tag down. Do not buy this book. Ladies and gentlemen, please don't buy this book. Please.
All right, so I've been out the loop. I just picked up comic books this week for the first time in like three months or so. What is with Spider-Man number 7? Why is everybody going crazy for it?
For Spider Boy.
Man. That's it. Miss me with that bullshit.
It's crazy, man.
I mean, FOMO, and you'll see. I mean, look at this, man. 11 bids on this book. You see this? 11 bids.
But you know what, though? Past the price. This is a pre-sale. The comic doesn't come out for what, like another week or so, or whatever.
Pre-sale too.
Right. So you're not gonna see this comic book till sometime next year, probably. Actually, in hand. Because you got to wait for it to come out, then for CGC to get it, grade it, and then send it back, and then for them to send it to you. Like, And then hope it, in the course of all that, it don't get lost in the mail. Like you just giving out $102 if that's what your current bid wins with, and just hoping for the best on this one.
My thing is this: what intrinsic value will this book hold in 8 years? Nobody is going to be looking for this book. Nobody's going to be looking for it.
Bro.
You might be lucky if they do a third Across the Spider-Verse movie or whatever, that you might see him in it. Maybe. But still,
that's the only reason they probably created this character, just to put in the third Spider-Verse movie.
Right.
The FOMO is real with this stuff, man.
Spider-Man there are more Spider-Man than there are Robins. People want to complain Batman got too many Robins. Have you counted how many Spider-Man there are yet?
I didn't thought about it that way, Chris. You're right.
Like 15 million Spider-Man running around. There's like 6 Robins. It's not even the same thing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. And the amount of copies people are picking up at the shop. I mean, I've seen a post where dude had like 13 copies. And I'm like, you better sell all those real quick, man. Because if you hold on to a couple of them, man, you're going to be stuck with that book.
Out. So this, how many variants did they even do for it? Because this is a top secret variant, apparently. But
because the funny thing is, from what I heard, not a lot of shops ordered a copy of this particular cover because they didn't, reveal it until they got it.
Signature King, what's going on, brother?
What's up, King? That's ridiculous.
This is just more FOMO, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cover F. That's cover F, by the way.
Cover F.
Cover F.
Too many letters down.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's way too
cover
much.
F.
I thought it was a B or C.
Cover F is, I ain't gonna say the word, but it rhymes with truckery.
Say it.
No, you know what? I'll say it. Go ahead. I see it. Y'all want me to say it? I'll say it. Y'all just hold tight.
Cover F for fuck it.
I mean, there you go. I don't know if y'all heard that or not, but I there you go.
Yeah, it's low, but we heard it.
The point was made.
Yeah.
You're right, Lady Fantastic. Cover F you.
Yeah, let me get it right so that the folks can hear it here.
Bitch, are you for real?
There you go. Yes.
Are you for real?
Yeah, so there you go. Nope. Yeah, we're not doing this. Yeah.
Not even.
I'm already ready for somebody to burn that book because I'm sick of it.
I mean, y'all see my handle down there. All right, here we go. Next up.
Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe.
Crimes of Passion.
It's a crime of passion, because you're getting robbed of $15,000 if you buy this. That is
Foolishness.
Man, a fool and his money are soon departed.
What am I missing?
Nothing.
Bitch, are you for real?
I mean, because ultimately, so I get why, like, because it's got Remy Montoya, it's got Montoya as the question, and supposedly, she's going to be making an appearance somewhere at some point. So, but this ain't even her first appearance as the question.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe they're banking on it, just it's.
I mean, it's a exclusive, very rare Philip Tan variant, but no.
It was nothing but it was nothing but like a it came if I remember right, it came out in like February. You can tell by the logo on it that it's not even current. It came out shortly after New 52 and Rebirth and all that got done. They changed the logo to put the DC universe, but it's basically just a book full of love stories. So that's why it's Crime of Passion. Probably came out around February, and they're just like the questions helping Batwoman, who in their civil lives used to date. And now in their superhero lives, they're helping each other solve crimes. And so, crimes of passion. Get it? That's how I got sold in the boardroom, guaranteed.
All I'm thinking of was Bloodshed's line from Children of the Corn where he said, "I love my tech more than sex, so I guess I'm in the heat of passion." And that's what I'm thinking about.
There you go.
This book is not it, bro.
Bars.
Nope. I
Not
mean,
even close.
15,000. I'm looking at 2 books right there that you could probably get.
Man, you don't know?
Just a little bit, no.
That'll do you a lot better in the long run.
Yeah, this right here, man. It's a oh my Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
Oh,
You want 15 grand? It ain't even in a poly bag or backboarded, and you got like thumb pulls on the cup. Man, come on. It's gonna be a crime of passion because if I'd have got that book and not seen those pictures beforehand, I'd have come seen about you.
look at the raggedy ass action.
I'd have come for my money.
4 thumbs down.
Bitch, are you for real?
So you done read it. It done been around the block a little bit. I got bumped around in the room. That spine is beat up.
Terrible.
What was it that we said 2 weeks ago? The audacity of hope. That was what Vito said.
Yeah.
The audacity of hope. God damn.
I mean, bro, please.
Woo.
It
Good
is audacious, boy. I tell you what
That-
ambitious too. Shoot.
That is some serious ambition right there.
Phew. All
Well,
right.
what do you always say, Al? It only take one.
I don't think you're gonna get one on this one. Go ahead.
No, I just threw my hand at one.
Yeah.
You know that song, "One is the loneliest number that you'll ever see." So
Yeah.
one sucker out there. I'm telling you. I love the question. I'm gonna get this book. You know.
All right. Next up.
Uh-oh.
Wait, what? Wow. My Hero Macadamia. Walmart.
Trump Mike.
Oh,
Oh my God. 999. Oh,
that's a lot of
bruh.
money for like.
Nope.
See what he don't have on there though is that when you buy it, all the proceeds go to be on Trump's books while he in jail.
There he goes, Apollo Crews. In the chat.
I mean, brother. Woo! Some of the stuff you find on eBay, man.
What?
Where you been?
What?
So who's the hero? Who's Midoriya in it? Who's the Midoriya in it?
Midoriya,
Like,
Midoriya is Pence down there in the middle.
so Pence is
Hey, blow
Midoriya
it back up right quick.
and Trump is All Might.
Trump is All Might, and I guess I don't know who that is to the left.
So is Putin Stain?
Damn.
No, he ain't got no sword.
Like,
Look at the rabbit.
He has a
Look at the rabbit. Look at the rabbit.
like how does this play out? Like I am slightly interested. I'm not gonna lie. Not
Hey,
$9,000 interested, but interested enough
Is
to
this
find it
a
online
manga?
and read it.
Is this
No.
a manga or a comic book?
It's a comic book.
It's trash. That's what it is.
I mean, there's a niche. There's a niche because I got a couple of the Trumps, the president spoofs like Trump and
Yeah.
Obama and Hillary and all that kind of stuff, man. But nah, man, not
This
no
is-
$9,000, man. That's ridiculous.
Not even.
Pence over there looking like Mega Man.
Boy.
I'm gonna look that up.
Robot boy over there ready to do whatever Trump might tell him.
Curiosity.
Because I need to find out who them other two characters supposed to be.
The curiosity.
All right. Next up.
Oh, not the Captain America jersey.
Oh, that don't even look big enough to fit me. Shit, that's an extra large. Hell no. No.
So is it vintage because it's 2002, or is it vintage because it's just old art of Captain America?
I'm gonna tell you like this: it's to know that somebody thinks this is vintage in 2002 is sad, bro.
Man,
they done lost the meaning of the word vintage.
Bro,
exactly.
I'm telling you, man.
They've been listening to too much Michael Cole commentary, man.
Man, vintage.
That mean I'm older than both of them, bro. I'm telling you, man. Golly.
Hey, this gonna come with a set of them big pun goggles that we used to wear back in the day. y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, if this is vintage, man, I hate to see what a Carl Kanai shirt go for on him, man.
Cross colors.
Nah, this ain't it.
Panama Jack.
Find yourself some starter gear.
Salty dog. Yeah.
Golly,
You
man.
find something way better than this.
Jay Regan.
It's like somebody tried to make an Atlanta Braves jersey and it was just like, wait, I got a better idea.
Oh man.
It's just, it's been worn.
Yeah, that's one of those. They just jack you up. Hey, where you going, Adam?
Running for his life.
Yeah.
I'm not going in the locker again, Steve.
Reminds me of that time when in high school, dude used to come to school dressed up in all the bad boy gear and stuff like that, trying to act like he's flying shit. And we all looked at, man, you corny as anything, man. Stop it. Nobody took him serious.
Yeah.
Right.
2002 is now vintage.
What is that? What is that? Dandruff on the sleeve?
Oh, man, just.
Hey, man, we might find some shit on the shirt.
Right.
Got the labels and all.
Hey, man, vintage, man.
And at least it ain't faded.
Yeah. Yeah, in that plastic in the closet. All right,
man. That shirt worn at a Limp Bizkit concert, man.
Oh, you know that shirt did it all for the nookie.
Rolling. What's up, Donnie?
Oh man,
I know, right?
all right.
Man, come on.
We're gonna have to go through all these pictures now.
Wait,
what the fuck this dude trying to sell? Bro, that thumb looked fucked up, man.
Yeah, apparently.
So
what is this, man?
So it's a hardback edition of AF-15, but it's a 90s reprint.
Signed by Stan Lee.
Bro, he gotta measure it and everything.
Signed by Stan Lee.
That way you know it's really as long as he said it is.
Signed by Stan Lee.
Just keep saying it.
Everything is signed.
And then the book is a card that's inside the book.
The certificate of authenticity is signed by Stan Lee.
But the certificate of authenticity has not been confirmed for the signature. It looks like his signature.
But it's right, though. It does look like they're covering up everything to show that it's a reprint.
The hustle, man, is strong in some of these people, man.
I mean, I don't know nobody.
I wonder how much would y'all gather that book costs?
Man, $30.
This is something that Hustle Man would try and sell. From Martin. I got that Major Fantasy 15, Chief.
So they want $7,000 for Stan Lee's signature on a card.
They put the card aside the book.
That probably came with the book.
In the book, we don't know he signed that. That could be signed before they got it.
Limited
Show
to
me a picture of
2,500
him
copies.
signing that card.
Right.
Nah.
It's an original facsimile. I would not be surprised. That is ridiculous.
Stop it. Stop it. I saw your post, Remo. Man, got 2 copies of that book.
Remo know he's stacking up on them.
He got about 20 of them.
Yeah, he just sold 2, but he got 20.
All right.
What in the hell?
How was the Duck Stan Lee matchup?
So Arthur Ball drew a picture of Stan Lee as Howard the Duck, and then Stan Lee signed it.
Lie.
I told y'all, man. If I ain't
That's
told
just too
y'all,
much.
man, I'm gonna keep saying it. Stan Lee's signature, man, is getting pimped like Iceberg Slim and his
Man,
women back in the day, and it's retarded. Excuse me for saying that, but it is. Sorry, it's ridiculous too, because it makes no sense for somebody to say Stan Lee's signature on this book grants the ability to raise the price of this book to an ungodly level, and then on top of that is raw.
Yeah, that's what you're seeing.
Yep.
Rob.
Right, DT. It's ridiculous, man. This bothers me, man. And to me, it actually takes away from Stan Lee's legacy in terms of what his role plays in the scope of comic books. When you got people that sitting here thinking that they about to go to Biloxi, Mississippi when they sell this book. Biloxi, Mississippi is known for casinos, if you don't know. But yeah. It's a shame, man. I mean, if I was a member of Stan Lee's family, I would be offended every time I see some garbage like this. $5,000 for a sketch copy of Stan Lee, and it's ugly.
Remo got 2 of these too.
And,
It's ugly.
yeah.
I don't even think Stan could really see the cover to appreciate it. You know, he probably got this signed like maybe a year before he passed. And he was just signing stuff without even really knowing what he was signing.
It's a shame, man. Really a shame.
Yeah, that's apparent as far as it goes, because I actually seen we've had Image Comics that was signed by Stan Lee on the show. So yeah, I believe that, Rob.
Which is so just like, what the hell?
Right. Why are you trying to sell a Prophet #1 for $2,000 because Stan Lee signed it?
Because Stan Lee signed it.
Yes, sir.
All right. Next up. I just want y'all to see this foolishness.
Care Bears?
They're quite expensive.
Apparently. I did not know there was a Care Bears secondary. What the hell?
Dolls Kill Care Bear, Kingdom of Karen Rain Jacket. What?
That's a lot going on in that title. It's like a train wreck.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Polyester. New. Because you couldn't have paid a kid to wear that no well. They'd come home, beat up, missing their rain jacket. Like that. That is crazy. Like, I didn't know the Care Bears were making even a slight comeback like that. Like, why would you?
They're not making a comeback right now.
So,
Hey,
okay.
Rob. Hey, Rob, quick question. Is that the one with Captain America, Black Widow, and Wolverine on the cover? I'm not totally sure.
Oh, 268.
I like that
One
cover.
of them
Actually.
in the area.
Do the Care Bear stare? That's what I tell them when you wonder people watching this listing. I'm just doing the Care Bear stare to see if you sell it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the first Jim Lee.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Man, $2,000. That's outrageous.
Thanks, Apollo and Rob.
I mean, this is where we at now, man.
Right. Like they were hot when the album covers were hot when they did the two of them, the two different volumes of them, series of them or whatever. But
I'm trying to figure out why this book is so high because I mean, this is one of the ones I bought. You know, I jumped on this when it first came out, so I got this book for cover price, man. Like this is just like Remo put back. You're absolutely right, Remo. That's what it is.
And you own $20 shipping.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be dope.
And they had a text bubble that said "Weezy baby" or something.
Weezy F baby.
Weezy baby.
It's ridiculous how this guy wants to sell a raw copy for that much. It's not even graded. Like,
look at the bag.
You don't even know what the fuck the book could look like inside.
Right.
Look, the bag is ragged.
Open for the best.
Bag is super ragged. It ain't new.
Ain't take clothes. It's been like, what is?
Oh my god.
What?
Stop. You got to cut that piece of audio. Hey, I said, oh my god.
Well, I mean, I guess it's good. The books are in a little bit better shape than the bag. I guess. Like,
Are you for real?
Man. Oh, bro.
Oh man, come on.
My.
Right.
Not even put
the same about that Spider-Man 2099 last time, man.
Not even in the Mylar, ain't take nothing. You just
these guys just don't care. They want to put all this big dollar sign, but then your book look raggedy as hell, and you want that much money for it.
$2,000. You putting your raggedy hands all over the book.
First off, I mean the book ain't. What's going on, Roman? The book ain't even worth that, man.
Oh man.
Oh, I mean that hey man, as a photographer, I know that to be true. He just said no jokers won't even pay that for their own child graduation photo. Oh man, that was a good one. All right. Our face out. Just went from left to right. I mean, look, and then your boy put a key up under there.
So,
look at this shit, y'all. Look at it. He put a key up under that.
I didn't even see the key.
Oh my god! You know why he did this? I'm gonna tell y'all why he did this. Because, and I mean, it's a little bit too late anyway, because the movie about to hit direct to video. But if you don't want to hear, close your ears. Wonder Woman. I guess I'm saying.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Close your ears if you don't want to hear. In 3, 2, 1. Wonder Woman makes a cameo appearance in the latest Shazam movie. That's why they got this foolery, this stupidity. The Shazam book at a 9.8, man. This book, $75, $80.
Yeah, you a little bit too high. I think
I got 3 copies of this book, man. And this book. I mean, hey, go to the description. I want to see what kind of lies this joker weave.
Hey, he got this book for $5,000. He got the Roll Shazam #1 for $5,000, bro. You need to be even Wiz Comics need to be up here for $5,000.
Like,
the Wonder Woman is a foil error.
yes, rare manufacturing error, incorrect foil on back cover.
That's a first appearance of the Marvel family in DC Universe, origin of Captain Marvel retold. Wonder Woman CGC gold foil cover, rare manufacturing error, incorrect foil on. Oh my God, bro, go ahead and skip this, bro. I'm tired of people. This is stupid, man. This is really stupid, and he really expects somebody to pay $5,000, man. If a Joker pay $5,000 for this, I can sell him my Shazam #1, my first appearance of Black Adam for $10,000.
Reaper. Woo.
Outrageous, man.
I love the fact that they were graded by two different companies.
Now, as far as this is concerned, who's to say? I don't know, but she shows up in the movie. But at the end of the day, it's still ridiculous for them to try to pair these two books up, man.
I mean, it's Gal Gadot, so it's her Wonder Woman, whichever Wonder Woman you want, from her movies. That's what version shows up. So I mean,
so hold up, Al. You telling me she makes a cameo appearance and she shows her face in the film?
Yeah, it was supposed to be her and Henry, but because he's not going to be Superman again, they cut his cameo from the Shazam movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why they did this foolishness, man. Come on, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, man.
I hate this kind of stuff, man. Then they got an old gold key comic book key up under it, man. Come on, bro. Y'all need to stop.
How much is that key worth?
The key probably worth more than the books.
I get why he's doing it. Like, his selling name is Gold Key Collectibles, but still, like,
what's up, Chef RD?
Does each purchase come with a key?
Hey man, Uncle Robin said it's time to move.
No, I want to see his other stuff, man. Do he got a key in all his other
books? Right, like, do all of his books have a key underneath it?
Hey, after the show,
Look at the prices. Look at the prices. Look at the prices. Look at this. Woo!
Man, go ahead. Let's go to the next
32 grand for that Spider-Man? Come on.
This dude gonna support a fentanyl habit, man. Let's go.
And then look how stupid he is. He got this for $2. Oh, this is woo.
Avengers #3 is only $2 grand, but
but he won't top dollar for what we just saw.
Look at that ASM 300, man.
He get a special one.
25 grand for that, man.
Jesus. His whole page is you must be out your damn mind.
He gets a special one. He gets a special
standout award.
He get a special. Right. He get a screen. He gets a screen.
Right. That's what I want to do. I get the key when I buy the comic? Does he purchase one with a key?
My Highness.
Got to Apollo.
These
prices are mile high
prices.
This torpedo type shit here. Remote this torpedo type shit right here.
What the hell?
Good God.
What's going on, Werewolf?
Werewolf?
That's that first appearance of Poison Ivy.
Lord, this is ridiculous.
Woo, make no sense for certain books. Like,
hey, look here.
My.
Wasn't that Batman Avengers #12 first appearance of Harley Quinn? He only wanted $4,000 for that, but he won't $32 for the Spider-Man with the Punisher. Like, I don't get it.
Can we go to the next listing, please? This dude is
yo.
Look at Firestorm for only $6.95. Signed copy. What?
There you go.
That's a lie. Come on, bro. I mean, who's gonna pay $700 for the first appearance of Firestorm, man? Y'all know I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Firestorm, man, and I will rebuke Satan if somebody tried to sell me that book for $700. I don't care if Tim Conway from the Carol Burnett show signed it. I'm not. No.
Damn.
He said, I ain't doing it. I ain't
I'm
falling for
not
the
doing it, man. That is ridiculous, man.
Exactly.
Not in
He
the
hates making money because he's ridiculous
Ain't
with
make
these
none.
prices.
Has he sold
He probably-
anything?
Yeah, what he
He
said.
probably caught a couple people slipping.
Yeah. they'll tell
Yeah,
him.
people with money.
Wow. All right. Let's move on.
That's craziness right there.
Nah, that's too much for X Factor number 1.
That's another lie.
Lot of 280 X Factor comments, complete run. Only missing 2 issues.
And I guarantee
Yep.
you it's 6
6, 5,
and
and
it's
6.
24. It's
Yeah.
6 is Apocalypse and the first appearance of Archangel. I guarantee
How
you
you
them
not
the
have
only
those 2
two
issues?
books. Them the only 2 books in
And
that
24,
run.
24 is still reasonable price.
Does he list them in the? Does he list the books that are in there? In
I
the
see he got it right there.
okay. So what tour is he missing?
Go to the description and see. Man, them ain't even the volume 1 books, man.
He
He's
just
got
got
the whole run in terms of all the volumes.
Yeah, he doesn't say which 2 book missing, so you gotta go guess when you get it. You know.
I put money. It's them 2 books.
No, it's missing 5 and 6. He says it right there. Please see the final
Yeah.
picture. Yeah, he's missing 5 and 6.
I
Oh, okay.
figured
So
it'd
he
be
got
5
the
and 6.
cameo and the full appearance. Of
There it is.
Apocalypse
Issues
out
1 through
there.
4, 7 through 149. Yeah, there. He's missing 5 and 6.
He can keep that, man. At best, that run was it 75 issues?
$1
At
issue.
best, maybe $2 an issue, maybe. I would say no more than if depending upon the condition, 200, 250. And this is coming from somebody that's pulled X Factor Volume 1 books out of dollar bins and 50-cent bins.
Shit, most of them I got from dollar pins.
Right. That's where you're gonna get them from.
Exactly. Especially the 90s run. The 80s, 90s. You're gonna get them for $1.
Straight slack here, buddy. This is straight slack.
Don't
These
get
folk
caught
need a
slipping.
real job. It's 149 issues in that run.
Missing
So
2.
250, that sounds about right. Maybe 300,
Hold
Nowhere
on.
near.
maybe.
All right. Next up. Oh yeah.
30 copies of the same variant.
Not even a good one, man.
You want me to buy 30 copies of the same variant?
Lady F, I raised the stakes. I sell mine for a cool 1.25 mil.
And you are the closest without going over.
So if you gotta make sure you cut this right here, man. 30 copies of the same book. That's what he wants. $550 for that.
That's right. Today's prices are not yesterday's prices. And I like their auto, but that cover is ugly.
It is.
Yeah, that's one of the worst Wolverine covers I've seen in a long time, buddy.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of them.
Wolverine looks like the Jersey Devil on that book.
That's a compliment. Devil. Like the Tasmanian devil.
With Cryptis.
Like the Tasmanian devil on that. Yes.
But what is the significance of this?
There's no significance of it, Sean. You know
It's
that.
a Dale Auto book. It was drawn by Dale Auto.
You got stuck with him. That's the significance. And so he's trying to get rid of him.
Nobody ain't gonna pay that price for them.
Did Dale Otto die? Was I not paying attention? Did he pass away?
No, he's still around.
So he's still alive. Okay, so somebody. All right, then that. Yeah.
Auto better than that.
I mean, I got a few of Dale Auto's books, man. He cool, no. Matter of fact,
He better artist than what that looks like.
Exactly.
That
That must have been early in his career.
Right, like
you be a funny when you try to be a Sinkovich.
he was testing out some things, seeing what he really liked, and that's what came out.
That's the slop drop right there, man. That is Godwin status.
Like that. that cover looks like when artists want to be like when they draw Batman, but they want to be lazy. So all you see is like the ears from the cow, his eyes, and the rest of it is just like covered in his cape, and it's just all dark, and you don't see no actual like shape or form. And it's like that's Batman. Like that's what that feels like, and it's not worth probably the crappy paper it's printed on. That's the cover you want.
Yep.
Right.
I'm still hunting that cover.
And y'all don't even know. I ain't even a Superman fan, and I own this book. This is a Dale Auto. If you want to get a Dale Auto, get this one right here.
That's the one you get.
Well, since you said that, whenever you feel like parting ways with that book, you can just send it my way, man.
I'm gonna get mine first, though.
That's classic Comic Hall there, boy.
This was when everybody was posting stuff up all the time.
Yeah, I'm still hunting that cover. Like that is a horrible Wolverine cover.
All right.
God.
Uh-oh.
He couldn't have at least put them. He couldn't have put them next to each other, so you see the whole.
Rolling papers.
He's a
zigzags.
Roll a split with that adamantium.
All 5 covers, but he doubled up on the middle with the Cyclops and the Wolverine. He got both versions of the Cyclops and Wolverine cover because it's only 4. There's actually only 4 pictures, but okay.
Yeah, the other one's the gatefold wraparound.
Right. Right. Got him. Like that's definitely like you.
And those are all like dollar books, man.
I pulled all 4
all
of
of
them
from the dollar bin.
I got all of them maybe a couple years ago from Oxford for like maybe $3-4 a piece. Like,
I mean, these books were sold with a McDonald's Happy Meal.
I guarantee you, if you search these individually, you can get them for $50 or less.
Man,
oh yeah,
could have gotten Turtles music, Camelot.
Pure chicanery. That's all I see here. Like, is he banking on it because Alex Ross just did his version, so he's hoping he can sell the Jim Lee ones. Maybe.
Slot.
I don't know.
Man.
$250.
Just straight undercutting.
Yep.
That might be even pushing it. 150. All
right. I say the best for last. I knew when I saw this. I said, "Oh shit, we have raced to the bottom. We have officially gotten to the bottom of eBay." Y'all can't even believe what y'all see. Can't you believe it? Y'all can't even believe what you see. Yes, there is the gutter. What you say? Wait. Hold on. Wait, what did he say? What did he say? Let me pull him up. What did he say, man?
Gutter trash.
Oh boy.
There it is, bro. This is where we at now, buddy. This is where we
at. Frustrated. Time Out is it used to be an arcade chain. It was Aladdin's Castle, and then they I think they got bought out because I used to work for both of them back in the day, Aladdin's Castle and Time Out. But it was the old school arcade with arcade cabinets and stuff. This is a token that used to cost $0.25. Now I understand nostalgia. I understand people collect a lot of old school stuff, but $300 for one token, man, you guys, hey, go ahead and run that.
I got like 10 of them in the drop somewhere around here.
Hold up, let me find the drop because this right here is very much deserving of hold on, let me find it.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Yeah.
That's right. Somebody's man, $300 for one token.
And I'm gonna tag team with Al on that, man.
It's not even in the fucking case or something. If you're gonna try and sell it, that like
It's
what
nasty.
like the case.
It's
What?
got mold on it. Look at it.
So
Ridiculous.
Thank you, man.
isn't Roanoke the town that just of people that just like disappeared like that? Like you'd be better off trying to sell this at like a sci-fi supernatural convention and saying that it's the return token from somebody who disappeared. Because this is for amusement only. It's damn it. Just $300 for it. It's damn funny.
When I saw it, I literally, when I saw this, I literally just sat back in my chair and just said, I don't believe. I said, I just don't believe what I'm seeing. I just don't believe. Yeah, that was the token. That was yeah. That's it.
And Remo,
No.
a lot of these tokens, though, for real, they may actually be printed with a particular like timeout, but Matt could attest the same tokens that they use for Lance Castle, they turned around and used for timeout.
For
The
timeout.
thing of it is that it's not really it put this way. They could have brought this token to Georgia and it would have worked because as long as the token machine had the same size token, it's uniform.
Oh,
Like-
man. They got that from Gauntlet Legends, man.
It's nasty. I blew this thing up. It's nasty.
Warrior.
They could at least cleaned it up.
This could only gotten better if he'd have had it sitting on like a Lionel Playworld bag. Like that's the only way this could have gotten any better to just be out of place. Like
What a yayo.
Ooh, that game was frustrating as fuck.
like this is
That's crazy.
250 apart. What it do? What a yayo.
What a yayo.
man.
Woo!
Golly, $250 a pop for a token. That's insane. It's a market out there for everything, man. I'm telling
Everything.
you.
I
Yeah.
wonder how much those old. I remember seeing like vintage tokens from like bus fares and stuff like that. They go for expensive money.
I wonder if I can sell an old MARTA bus token.
You probably could. Because it's I mean, seriously, because I'm pretty sure there's a collector out there for bus tokens. So it's a collector out there for everything, man. For real.
Yeah, this is one of the wildest ones I've seen in a while, man. When I saw that, I was like, yeah,
Bro, the look on my face, man, when I look back at this video.
that's
Like,
the one you
what
want.
am I looking at?
Yeah, you can go ahead and put that one on the IG tomorrow, Puff, because that
Stunned silence.
the look on y'all face, man. The look on y'all face was like, wait a minute, this is what I think. And Al was like, that's what I think it is. And yeah, it is what you think it is, bro.
I didn't think you could top the high heel shoes, but you did it.
And then he killed me with that gutter trash. Cause I was like, oh, I ain't seen that shit in a while.
Yeah, that's what it was. Gutter trash. Oh man.
Oh god.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. That was You Must Be Out of Your Damn Mind. Like I said, we away like for a while and we come back. I have some dudes just waiting on you. But that one, I find that one early in the week. And I was like, ooh, yeah, I gotta. Yeah, I was looking early this week looking for stuff for this thing. That $5 away. So, yeah. I did have one extra.
Oh,
Oh, we got a
the bonus round.
I did have one extra. Hold on. Bonus round, y'all. Bonus round.
Oh god.
Man, we
Lord,
shouldn't be wasting
Not
time.
the books, man. Take all the books.
Look at your book.
I know those books don't equate to $500.
Look at that. This is world class buck being stuff right here, man. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that Ghost Rider. Who is out here? Who is out here looking for that Ghost Rider?
Who out here looking for Infinite Crisis #2? Like,
he's got the reprint book. Ain't no valuable book. That's $1 bin reprint.
You okay? Read my Google.
Yes, yes, play it.
Gutter trash.
pure and simple.
Gutter trash.
I mean, look at this. Look at this, Miss Man.
Ugh.
I mean, this is when you go to a con and they have the quarter bin. This is the stuff that they have in there. Say, hey, man, I'll give you all that for $10 or $5 or $1 too. You know, you get the whole box. I'm talking, they'll get you the whole box. Take the whole box on with you, man. I you know.
They're just trying to get rid of it.
That's crazy. And how he get this photo like this, man?
He ain't done. He got worse pictures, better pictures. I don't know however you want to look at that.
He put that in Microsoft Paint. That's what he did.
Yeah, and took his carpet out. Oh, not a signed Weapon X.
Oh my God. This looks like a mystery box somebody would sell.
Oh no.
He got the certificate of authenticity. Still ain't worth that price you selling, bro.
Oh, not the
Megadeth?
not the Chaos Comics. No, not the Chaos.
Lady Duff's at.
Right. Like, if you're gonna throw something out there,
let's get those young bloods and prophets.
I mean, bro.
Oh, this is painful.
I mean, just some of the shit I've seen on eBay doing this. It's just shocking. Yeah, Ultraverse.
Right.
As long as they say that Prime.
I got that Spider Prime #1. Yeah, you know you want it.
Yeah, Prime. Ooh, Jesus Christ.
God.
This is,
and we thought we couldn't top the token, and this dude said,
and Matt was like, hold my beer.
Christ.
You think that's bad? Just wait.
That was rough. All right, y'all. Let's keep this train moving, y'all. Let's head on over. It is time for all right. Number 10 on the cover price top 10 list. Apollo, this is your top 10. Here we go, brother. Number 10 on the list.
You gotta bring it up, man. It's not on the shit.
Not on that. Okay, I'm sorry. Thought I had to hit the share button. Here we go. Number 10. We've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin #1. Why, I don't know.
It's getting a video game.
What, The Last Ronin?
Yeah. They're talking about doing an open world Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game based off of the world of The Last Ronin. Yep.
That's interesting.
So
okay.
I
You know
hate
what
when
would be dope? Go ahead, Sean. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
What would be dope if they did one like that and did if they used the same engine or the developer that did Ghost of Tsushima? Now, that'd be dope.
Yeah. Yep, it's becoming a video game.
Dungeons and Dragons Saturday Morning Adventures. Number 9.
They made a guest appearance. The characters from the cartoon make a guest appearance in the new movie.
Yep. Hey man, that movie been getting some pretty good reviews too.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Number 7, number 8, Deceased: War of the Undead Gods.
You know the only bad thing about that cover is the damn people with this book is a 10 out of 10 on the side with all the names and stuff. Like that's unnecessary to put on a great cover like that.
Right.
Yep.
You could put that on the inside cover and let the cover be clean.
So Jacob.
Jacob.
God, Purple Rain has been done 20 times already.
And
Yeah,
you right.
They're starting to wear it out.
I know I got at least 2 comic books with it. One with Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes.
I got about 4. What's up, who that? It's becoming the Spider-Man 300 almost, or the
Yeah.
Muse 87.
Yep.
Who that? You want to jump on, man? Let us know.
Yeah, come on in, man.
Yeah, you know.
Hey, brother. Sit in the link, Sean.
That's if he wants to come.
If he wants to come, yeah. All right. Star Wars: Return of the Jedi, Jabba's Palace.
40th anniversary is coming up, and it's
That's
going back
Star
to
Wars.
theaters. Yeah.
I mean, it's a cool, but I'm not paying top dollar for it.
Right.
He said, "Send it."
All right.
Number 6. Y'all know so many ways I can play with this right here. Number 6. This book is called No One. Who is buying this book?
No one.
No one.
No one.
Somebody buying it.
Yeah, somebody
must
paying
be-
$1 for it.
It must be optioned into a show or something.
I don't even know what it's about, but I've seen it all over. But man,
Wait a minute. Time out. Somebody paid. Fair market value was okay. All right. I was okay.
I sent it to your Instagram. Who that?
I was about to say something, but I had to correct myself. All right. Number 5, Harley Quinn, number 28. Samurai Sword, Harley Quinn.
I got nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, they haven't even
I've been
announced the
buying
new
Harley
season.
Quinn stuff recently.
I ain't bought I didn't bought it. I think the only thing I bought on this list is that right there, and that was over a year ago.
Right.
Avengers number 52, number 4. It's always good to see see some form of stuff that's old.
That's the Grim Reaper, ain't it?
It is the Grim Reaper. Why? I don't know. I hadn't heard anything.
Well, you know they still supposed to be doing that Wonder Man show, so
Yeah.
it might have been some kind of information leaked about his, because you know that's his brother. So
So even if he doesn't show up as
Unbelievable.
Grim Reaper, he'll be in the show probably still.
right, you know how
So-
that goes. They end up by
Mhm.
name, man. It's a
That
wrap.
just does it. Yeah.
Yep.
The hell?
Number 3,
Dragonlance.
Dragonlance.
Never heard of that book in my life.
Dollar bin, I got one. Buck bin, I guess they're making a movie out of it. That's what I can think of. But there's no other reason why that book should be on that list.
I got nothing. I was stunned by number 1. I'm trying to figure that out. That don't make no sense to me. So
Hold up.
Yeah.
I just noticed that. Oh wow.
Meet the Scrolls, number 2. I mean, number 1 is number 2, and then we've got. Oh, okay. I got you. Appreciate that, Frustrated. Number 1, The Terrifics.
Oh, okay. Yesterday, James Gunn shared a picture of the Terrifics that teased the superheroes DCU inclusion. It's a
There
man.
it is.
I did not tell y'all.
Who that is in the building?
Who that?
Hello. How you
Yeah.
doing this evening, man?
What's going on,
Okay.
sir?
Who
See,
that?
I told y'all. Eventually, it's about to start. We done seen the gambit being ran with Marvel. Now we about to see it with DC.
That list, yeah, y'all got to the parts where it's FOMO still exists.
Yep.
FOMO still exists. Meet the Scrolls. People have been talking about that book like over 2 years ago. The Avengers 52. I was telling people that a few weeks ago. I was trying to sell couple of them said, "Please don't wait for the FOMO. Please don't wait for the FOMO." And guess what? So I sold one of them before because the guy was like, "Man, I've been looking for a good grade. Thank you so much." Then the other one I couldn't sell until the official announcement of the actor who's playing his brother, Grim Reaver, came out, and then all of a sudden, "Oh man, would you take this?" I was like, "Nah." I said, like Fat Joe said, yesterday's prices, not today's
prices.
Missed out, brother.
Yeah,
Missed
so
out.
it's kind of funny. FOMO still exists, man. Still exists. These DC, like you said, y'all said DC, get your DC stuff now.
Man, I'm telling you.
Don't wait for these announcements like people still do.
The answer is yes, Donnie. I just looked it up.
All right.
It's on the shelf next to ElfQuest.
All right, we'll go with CBS, y'all. Shout out to CBSI, today top 10 here.
Oh, I know what's going to be on now.
Yeah.
I didn't even look at it. I know it's on there.
All right, so honorable mentions: Foxhole #1, Golden Age Jack Kirby, which is a lot of people sleep on Jack Kirby's Golden Age stuff. I don't. Indigo Children #1, Prisoner variant, 1 in 75. They tell me who that. You got 4 copies of this.
I don't even know what that is.
Number 10, Poison Ivy, 1 in 54 variant. I mean, but if you had a good picture of it, that's a nice looking book. But I'm not paying $80 to $100 for that.
Right.
This Tim, I have no desire to buy Tim Drake, number 9.
That's so odd because that looks exactly like the cover from the Robbins comic book that they did, where everybody got a single cover. That just looks like his cover from that comic book.
Yeah, I'll let X have that one. Number 8, Sonic the 5th anniversary, 1 in 50 variant, $125. Jace, it's all on you, brother.
I was saying, like, these IDW Sonics are starting to become hard to come by. You know, they don't make too many printings of them because they're a niche audience. But now people are trying to get those Sonics that IDW started in.
X caught that.
Oh no, you won't.
Oh man. Jabba's Palace #1, Ryan Brown, 1 in 100 Virgin variant. Moving from 150 to 175. I mean, no.
Man, I'm so glad I didn't get caught up in this mess, man. Like, I don't have no need to have all these variants, man.
Nah, Al, you sound like you don't have the energy to have.
No.
I don't have the energy. So I know you don't.
Well, I don't have the energy currently, but as far as these books,
Right.
nah, man, I can't. I mean, it's too much. I mean, golly, man, $175 for a Virgin variant of Jabba the Hutt, like Jabba the Hutt.
Hey, that's not even a good picture of him.
Hey, man, let me show you my prized possession, my 1 in 100 Jabba the Hutt. Like,
I just give the cover artist credit for not just making the whole cover Jabba's face.
Oh, that's a full face cover Friday right there.
Right. Like that was the easy target. And they did not go for it.
Oh man.
All the variants.
Here he is. Hail to the Empire.
Yeah, Hail to the Empire. This is a book, man. I mean, who did I tell you? It was went down to the dumps.
He
Went all the way down
right there.
Yeah, it was all the way down to the dumps before he was even thought about you could get it for $2 or $3. Multiple copies of it. I'm going down. I'm going right to my make a fool pile, and I'm going to take this over to somewhere, and I'm going to be something.
hey, this is a throne, ain't it? Admiral Throne.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It was on Instagram. I didn't even know they had that many copies existed because everybody I look like I follow had the minimum was 3. I seen somebody with like 25. It's like, what you gonna do with all that? Like,
It was probably Remo.
Sell it to the highest bidder, baby.
Either him or Robert Curtis, one of the two.
no, it was
Right.
it was actually a boy from Nemesis Prime. If anybody knows him, Star Wars collector.
25 copies. Jesus Christ.
Well, it's either 25 copies of that or 25 copies of that Spider-Man 7 that I've been
Right.
seeing.
God.
Tough choices.
Or that token.
Decisions were made.
All right. Number 5, Infinite Crisis. Number 5, Jim Lee cover. We know why this is on there. You can look on the cover and tell that. Blue
Right.
Beetle. 9/8 movie for $275, $300. Man, you paying $300 for this, man. I'm
I
praying
feel for you.
Yeah, I'm praying for you, man.
I ain't praying for nobody. Stop that shit.
I will say this though, and we might talk
I ain't
about it
praying
later
for you,
on.
man.
But I was impressed with that trailer, man.
Yeah, we had actually.
Oh, yeah.
Really go by.
Yeah, that's actually what we're talking about next. Yeah, that's actually next thing we're talking about.
You gonna like my thoughts.
Yeah, your thoughts are your thoughts, bro.
Right.
Number
Open mic.
Number four. Kind of the last Padawan. Number 1,
Go on and say something, Remo. Go on and say something.
9/8, 250, 300. 200 all year below. Sabine. Yeah.
I mean, could have bought that.
Yeah. Actually, the 6 is the one that I saw last week, but I was satisfied with 1. I actually got 1 a while back. 6, it was dude wanted a little bit too much for that show, and I was like, I think they got 455. He wanted 7. I said, no, we're not doing that.
And 6 was
Not
gone for
today.
800 before the hype.
Yeah, I was like, no, we're not doing that, brother. Number 2, Blue Beetle again. Number 1, 9/8, 200. Third print up to 250. If y'all spending 200, 250 on this, man, y'all come on down here to Macon, Georgia. Let me
help you out.
I got 1 or 2 of them there for you. Y'all paying that for it. All right, number 1, the book of the year, the book that you will be missing out on if you do not get to your LCS. This is y'all, to hell with a what was that book last year, y'all? What was that book? The that variant that they was fighting over in the line for? What was it? The
Ultimate
crane, the Ultimate Fallout.
The staple one?
Yeah, Staplegate. To hell with all that. To hell with that book. This is the book y'all need to be fighting for right here. This is it. Let me tell y'all something, man. If y'all standing y'all ass out in that line to buy 7 copies of this book, you need your ass whooped. This book here, man. You talk about $50 paperweight. This is Robin King level right here, man. Robin King level. Thank God I don't deal with that foolishness, man.
Oh, I was sick of this book on Wednesday. Every time I scroll through Instagram, every post was this book. Whether it's 1 copy or 20 copies. I'm like, bro, how you get 20 copies? You went to 5 different shops?
Yeah, that's
Got
what
5
they did.
each?
Yeah, that's exactly what they did. This book, man, this is the book of the year here, man. This is up to the hell with Eminem, to hell with Big Notorious Big. I mean,
The funny thing is, didn't a writer tell people about this book?
bro, I came out of left field. Hey, you know what? I was looking at I'm trying to think who I was looking at on IG last night, and they said the same thing that I was thinking. Like, what? When I saw this yesterday, I said, "What the hell is going on? And why is this? You know, what's the deal with this?" And then, because I had not seen the Edge of Spider-Verse trailer until today, I didn't watch it. I watched. I've been working, so I ain't really had time to watch it. And so I watched it today, and I was like, "Oh, well, okay." Now they going ballistic over that. Okay, all right. There's several other books that in the Edge of Spider-Verse that I would probably be going after before I'd be knocking down the door to get this. So let me help y'all out.
Gutter trash.
Exactly. They can pre-order all them copies, and it wouldn't matter to me because I don't know that book.
Yeah, last year was Tosin.
Yeah. Y'all know
it was Staplegate, wasn't it?
Yeah, Staplegate. Then you had Eminem.
No.
You had
Tosin big last year too.
Tosin. Yeah, Tosin. Yeah.
Those would have been real big if they didn't have Staplegate.
Yeah.
Just because it took a little back burner because of the whole Staplegate situation, but if they didn't have Staplegate,
Rico got about 10 of them Spider-Man number 7.
Nah, he like, don't come. I just joined the show. Don't put me in this shit.
Hey, Rico said he got a safe full of them. We talked Friday, he got a safe full of them.
Spider-Boy?
Spider-Boy selling like hotcakes.
Man, I don't know. Bro, I don't really do the modern book thing, man. You know me, bro. I don't really mess with modern books too much.
Oh, man.
Man, how y'all doing?
How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man.
Good.
Man, no complaints, man. No complaints.
All right, fellas, let's get ready to get for this main event. Let's get to this main event.
Who that? What's up?
Be a horse and carriage, baby.
The black spot.
Hanging my web. Thou shalt spread my web. All right, here we go, y'all. Here we go. All right. Blue Beetle. The trailer dropped this week, and of course, we're now officially in an open mic night. So everybody, whatever your heart's desire. But I did want to touch bases on this. Blue Beetle dropped this week. A lot of people showed a lot of love to the trailer. We know one person on the panel did not like it. We'll let him drop his elbow in just a second. I had no quarrels with it. It's refreshing to see fresh DC characters and not the same folks over and over and over that we've been seeing for the last 20 years. And it's good not to see Maxwell Lord. It's good not to see
this is true.
That kind of foolishness. So
right.
It is what it is. I'm gonna see it when it come out, and we'll. If not, I got the Hood Cable TV. Thanks to Larry, I got the Hood Cable Network now. So if they cut me, if they cutting the mustard, I know where to go. Al, I know it. Hey, get some popcorn. Come on over to the house.
The Hood Cable Network.
All right, fellas, y'all thoughts on the Beetle? I'll tell you what.
Let who that go first?
Go first, bro.
On the Beetle, man.
Well. The thing that concerned me about Blue Beetle, which is concerned about all these movies lately, the trailers have been showing the best parts of the movie. So I got a feeling we've probably seen the best parts of this movie. We saw a snippet of the last fight scene of the movie. With the big sword he makes. It's so obvious when they cut these trailers now, you figure stuff out. If you see enough movies, you start figuring it out. So it's like, man, that's the kind of biggest gripe I have with it. Like, the trailer is very, very good. It makes me fear that the movies won't be that good. And they didn't. We got to remember they didn't put a lot of money behind this movie either. They did not.
Yeah.
You can look at the numbers. They didn't put a lot of money behind this movie. So, so it's a lot of things I'm worried about. But I'm not gonna not give it a chance. I like going to the movies. So I'm definitely gonna go to the movies. Give it I'm gonna have a low bar. So like, so if it goes with my low bar, I'm gonna be happy. So, but yeah, I'm interested to see it, but it's I don't have a lot of high hopes. I'm waiting to see the real next step for DC, which none of it has been made yet. People don't
Right.
realize. So that's my thoughts on it. I'm gonna give it a chance. I don't have high hopes for it. I don't think it's gonna make that much. And then all the stuff coming out about George Lopez lately, people don't want to go see nothing with George Lopez in it too. So yeah, so that's a lot of different things. Not really going for it, but I'm still gonna give it a chance. That's all I gotta say about it.
I think it's going to be pretty decent. I like the fact that they went for practical effects instead of a CG suit, which may be because they didn't put a lot of money behind it. And in a lot of cases, movies without a lot of money behind them, when they have to do practical effects and kind of go back to basics for a Hollywood movie to make it, it still turns out to be really, really good. Because one of the things that if you look at comic book movies, if you go all the way back to 2008 when they started with Iron Man and everything, you tend to notice that some of the best and biggest movies that get dropped are the ones for the characters that are the obscure characters to the general population. We knew who Doc Strange was and the Guardians of the Galaxy and Ant-Man, but the general population, the pop culture geeks and nerds who only know what people tell them to like, got introduced to characters that they wouldn't have normally seen, and they blew up. And I think that Blue Beetle has that opportunity to be like that for that reason, and because when you're on the bottom, ain't nowhere to go but up. I mean, just think. But last time we saw a decent live action Blue Beetle, and decent as high quotations, would have been when he showed up with Booster Gold in Smallville, and that was CWTV. He looked like a Pepsi can. And so this has nothing but potential to go up and be good. And I'm hoping this is what happens with it. What's happening next?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
I'm doing good.
Xavier, Rico, since Matt has gone to the other side of the house.
Yeah, man, I'm kind of with who that, man. I'm rooting for it. I want it to do well. I'm actually I collect a lot of the Dan Garrett Golden Age Blue Beetle books. Matter of fact, I have one of the highest graded copies that issue number 1 that came out in 1964. So I'm an old school Blue Beetle fan. Now I'll be honest with you, I've never really gotten into outside after Ted Kord. I never really got into Jamie Reyes, so I don't really, to be completely honest, I don't know much about that particular character. But I feel like if it does well, it might open up, the doors for them to kind of get deeper into the history of the character. Maybe we might see, some Ted Kord or some Dan Garrett or different things like that. So I don't know, man. I think if DC does well, I think it's going to help the comic book industry. I think DC's been kind of like dropping a lot of eggs lately, but I know a lot of people are excited about what Gunn may be bringing to DC. And if DC is strong, it helps the comic book, it helps the hobby, it helps the industry, it helps everything. So, so I really want this movie to do well. The trailer looked fun. It looked like a movie I would take my kids. You know what I mean? That's what I did like about the trailer. And that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping it's just a fun movie. And I'm like, I don't really go into movies with expectations, especially lately. I just want to be entertained. If I'm entertained, if I come out feeling good about it, then it did the job for me. And so, I wanted to do well, man. So the graphics there were some graphics I looked at, I was like, okay, that looks kind of dope. But yeah, the CGI looks like it don't have the best budget. But if it does well, this could open up this could be really good for DC, it could be really good for the hobby. So, we'll see.
I think Matt said X, but he's on mute.
Yeah, you're a good lip reader, man. X.
So woo, that's a major echo. So I'm actually intrigued by this movie. One, I mean, it's James Gunn doing what James Gunn do, and he's making quote unquote lesser known characters and bringing them to the forefront, just like he did in Marvel. And speaking of Marvel, while watching this trailer, am I the only one that felt like this was a teenage Iron Man?
I just watched the trailer and I felt that way.
Like I'm cool with that because it's bringing some kind of fun to DC, even though it doesn't need to be campy and cheesy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't care what the parents say and what all the sensitive woke people are saying. DC is dark. It's supposed to be dark. It ain't supposed to be pitch black dark, but we don't need kiddie humor and everything. But I like the way this at least presents itself. Now, I definitely agree with you all on hoping that this movie does well, but I'm hoping that the movie does well, not more so for the hobby aspect of it, but for DC movies as aspect. Like they need more successful movies to kind of go ahead and bring them back and to pose a somewhat threat to Disney's declining success in the movie world. Now, the reason why I really don't want it to blow up for the hobby is for selfish reasons, because there's still a couple of DC books that I want to get my hands on before the price jumps up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Before
Like,
the price get outrageous.
It's gonna be a couple people that I have in like characters that I have in my short boxes over here that I've been trying to secretly collect the entire run of, and with James Gunn taking over, I'm like, well, shit. Now I need to go ahead and do this before he turned everybody popular like he did the Guardians of the Galaxy, you know. But I mean, I really wanted to be good. I just going off of the trailer alone, it looks like it's gonna be good. But we've been duped before, not only by DC movies, but just movies in general, by having a great trailer and then going to see it and it ends up being a piece of shit. So, but I'm cool with it. I like that they got what's his name from Cobra Kai to play Jaime. So I'm cool with it. He's an actual good actor and he has a lot of range. Here's one thing that I hope that they don't do, which is what Marvel has been doing since its existence, is having so much of Jaime's face showing instead of the Scarab being the main focal point of the movie, because it is a Blue Beetle movie, not a Jaime as Blue Beetle movie. You know what I'm saying? Like in the middle of a fight, we don't need to see your face. Your face need to be protected at all times. And if his face is showing in the middle of a fight scene, then what good is the Scarab in a way, because it's not doing its job to protect its host.
Exactly.
So, you know, it's just we gotta wait and see. I like the direction that it's going so far, but you know, TBD.
So, X, let me ask you a question though. Do you think if the movie's good though, let's just say it's entertaining, we're not saying it's great or exceptional, but it does the job. Right. But we don't get as much Blue Beetle as we would like, but we get more Reyes. But considering the fact that we've already we can tell that it's a low budget movie, can we give it some grace to say, okay, usually with low budget movies, the reason why what they've always said is that they don't really show a lot of CGI because it's expensive. So a lot of times it's like with the whole Moon Knight thing, right? There was people saying, you know, because I actually like Moon Knight. I know I might be the only one, but I thought it did some pretty good world building. I thought it was a pretty good show. But the word on the street was it was really expensive to produce that level of CGI. So that's why you got more of, you know, the character instead of more of the hero. So with that said, if it's a good movie, knowing that they're not utilizing a large budget, and we're only, let's say, getting Blue Beetle during the extreme fight scenes, would that be enough though, at least to carry us over to the next one, if there is a next one?
So yes and no. They can, if they're going to show his face, because I know everything can't just be, well, they can actually do it with practical effects, being that it's a suit. You know what I'm saying? But if they want to show his face, they can at least do it like they did Robert Downey Jr. and just having like the little outline around his face as if he's talking inside of the mask. His mask doesn't need to be y'all because that's going to cause more CGI for it to digitally
come on,
put back on. Now, as far as the low budget aspect of it, I mean, I'm not expecting it to be like the first Matrix or the first Avatar movie, because those were cinematic masterpieces as far as visual effects and whatnot. This is James Gunn trying to turn everything around with DC, so let this be the introduction to try to bring in that kind of that revenue stream that they're looking for. But you can still have a great movie without having the best budget out there. I mean, think about it. I know I'm talking about a movie from the 80s, but you look at The Lost Boys. The Lost Boys did not have a huge budget, and that is one of the best movies that they have, best movies overall that they've ever made, because they did it the right way. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No, so, but how much input did James Gunn have on this movie? Isn't this pre-James Gunn though still?
I think it's 0 actually.
So what it is, you know, James Gunn is, even though it was made technically before he got there, you notice that it was pushed back a little. And I think that's because they knew that he was coming and he still had his input on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I can't be 100% positive on that, but I think that's what happened. Because, you know, we can only go off of what has been presented to us, but we don't work for Warner Brothers or DC, so we don't know what was going on behind closed doors before all of this transpired. You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna say, Sean, did you want to go ahead and go? Okay.
I just watched the trailer and it was pretty decent. You know, I liked the action scenes, and you know, it was giving off a bit Iron Man vibes, because I was like, every time I see him in the suit, I'm thinking of Iron Man for a bit, you know, and how, especially when he was up in space looking at the Earth and stuff, I was like, it's very similar to Iron Man in a way. But you know, it looked pretty decent, and you know, I like to to incorporate some of the family stuff in it. I do agree with Hudat, and that is one of the reasons why I try and avoid watching trailers, because it do seem like they just give a lot. They put a lot in the trailer, and it's like you can piece together certain things and figure out where it's going to lead to, you know. And most of the time, I just watch the first trailer and that's it. I just go based off of that, and then when the movie come out, I'll give it a chance and go see it. But you know, from what I saw, it looks pretty interesting to watch. And this is one of the things that I've harped on this channel a lot, is that DC definitely has to bring more of their world into these films, more different characters. You know, and James Gunn is aware of that, and that's why, you know, he's trying to introduce more new characters into the cinematic universe, instead of just relying on Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman and stuff like that. You know, we need to see more of the DC universe and how it works out differently from Marvel. You know, like X said, they are a darker universe. You know, so it needs to be what we read in the comics. It needs to be what we see in the movies. You know, but I actually try and maintain the balance between dark and also trying to capture that mainstream audience that are not really accustomed to how dark your universe can be. But it was an interesting trailer. You know, I'll definitely go check out the film when it releases. Don't know about the first week, but I'll definitely check it out in the theaters.
Yeah.
To round this out, and as much as it pains me to say this, Blue Beetle will make more money than Shazam.
I think it already has.
Shit.
I mean, Shazam is already on demand.
On video on demand, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna make more money. I think the marketing strategy with DC was clever, because you know, when the video actually popped up, I was watching it on YouTube, and I was in you know, Warner Brothers has so many different like channels for different countries and stuff, and I can't remember which one it was, but Man, I saw Viva La Raza and a whole bunch of stuff. I said, boy, it's gonna be some Hispanic pride with this movie coming out. You know? Like, I'm serious, man. I'm dead serious.
You're gonna see some luchador masks in there
instead of Conan. Mysterio gonna be in there.
And I can jive with that, man, because it's like, you know, you hear this thing about quote unquote inclusion, and it's like a big deal to some people. You know what I'm saying? So just off that strength alone, the movie's gonna do well. Now, quality wise, that's one other thing. I like the trailer. I'm in agreement with everybody on the panel, but at the end of the day, that movie's gonna make money simply because it's actually targeting the Hispanic market, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna do twice as much as Shazam did, man, and that's that's heartbreaking for me. You know what it is.
You know what I want, man? I want them to make sure they have Kid Frost on the soundtrack. Yeah, for a lot of if you know, you know. Okay, so this past week, well, for the last 2 weeks here, con season is kicked off. I think. Who that? Did you go to a con not too long? Did you go to a con not too far ago? Did you go to one?
January.
Yeah, so he's in January. Me and Sean both went to cons last weekend. MegaCon was last weekend. Somebody told me last week C2E2 was last weekend.
Yep, C2E2 and Lexington Con was last week.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
And then the week before that, I think Emerald City had a con. So we officially everybody having their cons early this season. So reports from on the ground, I can tell you that it worked out well in my favor because everybody was at MegaCon. So there was literally not much of anybody at the con that I went to. And it was deals galore. It was deals galore. This is probably one of the best cons I've been to in about 5 years. I'd say probably about 5 years. Lots of books, man. You was getting stuff at top grade prices. You know, X came over to the house last weekend. He saw it Sunday night. He saw what I had. It was really, really good. It was refreshing not to see those prices that we were seeing back in 21, man. I mean, I don't know if I could have took another year of that going in there. And, you walk in the floor and you see that slop.
You didn't see those prices because they were all down in MegaCon. That's why.
Yeah, I was elated with the con up here. Now we don't know because Heroes. We are going to Heroes Con, so we'll see in about 2 months. I'm pretty sure it's going to be some bullshit up there, but of course, for every bullshit, there's always somebody that's going to be there to make a buck. So Sean, if you want to talk about MegaCon, how was it this year? Did you you enjoy it? Was crowd turn out good? Etc.
Turned out good. Motherfucker was jam packed, man. Could barely move. MegaCon. This year's MegaCon, I went less about the comics and more for like community hangout with John's Comics with Kids coming, Old Wolf and stuff like that. So it was more just community hang. And I bought my big book, which I'll show in the hall portion, but I picked up very little actual comics and stuff. My main goal was to get that picture with Carl Weathers and to meet Tara Strong. And those missions were accomplished.
Don't you leave out David Hayter?
That's Jace. He's not with us on the panel. I left that to him. He met David Hayter and Jennifer Hayter.
Did you ask Carl Weathers how he liked his ribs?
No, but I didn't want to pull his hand too strongly. Gator took it off.
No chubs.
Yeah.
But it was a fun time, and I wasn't really going there for deals. It was just to hang with the community.
See, my dumb ass would have asked him, do he wish they threw in the towel?
Hey, and it's funny. We was debating because we had towels with us. It was hot. We were standing outside, so I was like, we had towels, and I was like, man, should we go in there with the towels? And one of us goes and say, man,
just throw it throw it in. Like,
You should have had to cut a promo, man. Should have had to cut a promo, man. I'm throwing the towel on the comic hall.
Or the Dylan, you son of a bitch. And then I went with the Tubbs thing. It was so much. And I was even going to ask, I was like, hey, how was it working with Hulk Hogan in those 2 movies you did with him, man?
You know, I'll tell you what, man. That was it was 1 or 2 guys that was there doing that at that show, but it's like what Chris said, man. It was quite the sight to see with some of these guys that still thought it was 21, and cats were just walking by like, hey, man, I tell you what, you don't want it. I'm going over here and make me some money somewhere else, man.
Yep.
And you know, you spent your $250 and you sitting there eating your hardest biscuit. You just keep on eating, and we'll just go right around the corner and get us, you know, buy what we want to buy. And that's the good thing about some of these shows, man. The competition. It was good to actually see folks having to compete, vendors having to compete with each other. You know, it's always good to see that, man. But like I said, Atlanta
don't see C2E2 and MegaCon on the same date again. Like,
I don't know why they did that this year, man. I kept wondering, like, why is everybody racing to have their car out the gate? You know, I you know, because we had talked about coming to MegaCon, and then we saw it pop up so early. We were like, no, we ain't gonna be able to make it this year.
Well, next year it's even earlier. It's in February.
It's in February, like the first week of
February.
Why are they moving it up?
They want income tax money. That's what they did.
I can't get that shit on time before.
Right.
They want their income tax money, man. They want their dub too. Dub $2, man.
I looked at the dates and said, I'm not going, I guess, next year, because I'm trying to do it as a family trip, and I can't do that. Can't do that. They moving it. If they'd have moved it like on Mardi Gras week, that'd have been perfect for me, because we, you know, down in Louisiana, we off. So that'd have been good, but they wanted to do it first week of February, and I was like, man, they're be crazy.
What's up, Damien?
Yeah. What's up,
I can tell you at my convention. Like you said, the prices, I saw prices, and it was still kind of like on yesterday's price. But the guy, I talked to one vendor, because I was like, let me talk to see what his mindset is. He's like, yeah, I know my prices are off. He says the prices are changing daily. He said, but you tell me a price, I'm gonna look it up, and we're gonna go, you know, we can go from there. So which we did that, and he went under what the cheapest one on eBay was. So he was, you know, he wants to sell. He was like, I want to sell. This is not a museum.
Rico, I see you over there.
Yeah, he just said I can't keep up at the moment, because he at that time, because it was January, first weekend of January, he wasn't lying. Every day, you know, sales were going all over the place. So I understood where he was coming from. So I was happy to see it had that interaction, that he was like, he wouldn't like set on that price. You know, no, it's $800. But when he looked the book up, he said, oh man. He said, I can do it for like $500. When he looked that book up that he had listed at $800, and I was like, all right. If I said, all right, now if I had the $500, I get it. But I'm getting all these autographs, because the one thing I did notice, a lot of these artists, maybe writers as well, they were hurting too from these not having conventions. Because I never seen New Orleans Fan Expo have the amount of big name artists and writers ever. Like, and he's on Carl Weathers. That's the only thing different. I could have walked up to Carl Weathers Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and just talked to him, because nobody was alive. Nobody wanted no Carl Weathers. And like Esposito, what's his name? He was on Mandalorian. He could have just walked up to those guys and talked to them. Like that was kind of interesting to me. But like the artists and all that stuff, there were a ton of artists there, man. Greg Land, Joe Rubenstein, like a whole bunch, just name after name after name. But it was nice to see them there, and they weren't going crazy. Be like, hey, how much for an autograph? They wouldn't be like, oh, I need $40. Now he was like, he's like, is he getting witness? No, all right, just $5 or just $10. And you know, if it's witness, I think the highest person I paid for a witness signature was $25, which is way cheaper than those CGC thing they're doing, because it was Claus Janson. Claus charged me $25, but his signing with CGC is, guess what, $85.
Wow.
Yeah, so
$85.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It was
It's for
25.
somebody
It
to see it.
was $25 though to do the same thing.
Motherfucker,
But,
I'm a
yeah.
witness. Hell.
But yeah, it was. I ain't gonna lie, it was a good experience
Gotta
though,
get
man.
that
You know, but if anybody ever want to come to New Orleans Fan Expo, man, 70-degree weather, January, right in the middle of winter, you can get a lot. You know, easy to. You know, to me, there's a lot of laid back. So.
Yeah.
And the other thing I know, I think Tito posted about it because he was at MegaCon. I didn't get a chance to see him, but he was talking about how almost every artist and writer are now charging for signatures, and that back before the pandemic, you would get like maybe 1-2 books free before you had to pay.
Mhm.
Now it was every book you bring, you gotta pay. You can't even get one book free signature.
I just had one artist was not charging immediately. It was Greg Land. Greg Land did 3 books for free. After that, then he was charging like $5 or something. Yeah, but it's 3 books free.
Rico, you were looking earlier, man. I saw you. What's on your mind, brother?
Nah, man. I'm just like just looking at, I'm trying to understand like why are these cons, and I don't know if it's just this fear they have with everything going on. Hey, hold on one sec.
Yeah. Well, why he's getting sorted out there? I will say this too, man. I noticed a lot more of vendors, at least where I was. Like I saw massive books moving last week. Books that were really expensive at one time. I mean, I saw what's that Silver Surfer, the big premiere issue, who that? What number is that? Is that Silver Surfer 1?
I think it's Silver Surfer 1. I think it's 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I saw somebody buy that off a wall at a 5 for like $350. Couldn't believe it. Matter of fact, I know exactly who it was. I think Chris Colbert bought it, if I'm mistaken.
I will say, like, before we go back to Rico, Apollo saying that, nobody was signing for free. There was one artist at MegaCon that signed for free, and that was Mike Cron.
No,
he signed this and a couple other books, the Lady Duff books that I posted on Instagram, and it was free of charge. Yeah. And
nice.
When you get free signatures, then you want to support the stuff that they selling on their book. And to me, that I will appreciate more. If you have free signatures, then I'm gonna purchase something from your booth just for that. That's
what I did. That's what I did with Greg Land. I bought a page from his Mighty Avengers run. I couldn't believe he had it with Luke Cage and stuff. I was like, man, nobody buying this? $100? All right. I said they don't know this is like the first time the Mighty
page.
Yeah, I got it right here.
$100.
Yeah, it was front. It's actually it's page 2, issue 1, page 2.
We go look.
And I was like,
blow that up, man.
Blow 'em up, man.
Let me blow him up. Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
But he did the 3 free signatures. I said, man, I gotta buy something from him. So I started flipping through his thing, and I was like, man, wait. I said, this is issue 1, page. I had to ask him to make sure. He said, oh yeah. And I was like, man, he doesn't know this is expensive now. But I bought it because I was like, man, he gave me 3 free signatures. I'm gonna buy and support him. So you got Luke Cage, you got everybody.
White
I think
Tiger.
that's
Blade.
Spider Blade is like Spider.
Yeah.
Spider
Hero.
Spider Hero.
Yeah.
So you got
Yeah,
that.
Spider Hero.
So it's like that's all them together like the first time, and this literally page 2, issue 1, page 2.
Yeah, I have 3 original art pieces from that actual run, so that's a dope. You got a great price.
Yeah, I was like, man, I had to do that.
Yeah, you got.
Come on, Roger, come down, Roger, New Orleans. Now we can have some food, some drinks, and buy some comics. You can't stay with me though. Can't stay with me.
But yeah,
I'm married and I got a daughter.
Yeah, it was some big books moving, man. I think that Silver Surfer I saw was either 350 or 450, one of the two. But it was book. I mean, just books that were normally through the roof. You could get deals, man. I saw a lot of good trading going on this year. Well, I didn't see a lot of trades the last couple times I went, but this time people were trading. A couple of guys had already got hit because they'd already been to show. Earl the Pearl didn't have nothing. He got blown away, so he didn't have nothing over there. But I saw some books moving, and it's a good thing, man.
But Rico, what you was gonna say before you was interrupted?
Yeah, sorry about that. My son was coming to my office. He's going to go watch the fight tonight, so he let me know he's headed to go watch the fight. But I was just saying it just I was just listening to who that, and it just sounds like. And my question, and I don't know if this is true, and maybe you all may have some ideas, but it seems like the industry seems to be working together to figure out how can they not only generate as much money as possible, as fast as possible, by not having as much time in between each of these events, but also is there a fear going on where they feel like, look, what we just experienced with COVID, where things got shut down for this long period of time, it's almost like they're just trying to just say, let's just keep this thing going. If we as early as we can get the next one going, let's get the next one going, because maybe they feel like they don't know what may happen. Because I really feel like there is a lot of fear still. I mean, I think the hobby, like I was having a conversation with someone, and I hear people say things like, man, the market is bad. I don't think the market is bad. We can't look at those crazy prices that things were going on during the pandemic. Those sales were ridiculous. If you ask them, and they weren't sustainable. I personally think the market is probably as healthy as it's been in a long time, because now we don't have, now people are really, the way books are selling, they're lining up with, the book that sold 2 months ago or 2 weeks ago, as far as how they're supposed to be scaling. You don't see this book during the pandemic. I could buy a book, even a sports card. By the time it came to my house, it had 3x. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know people who are doing it. They buy it somewhere and then they just unbox it. It's already sold. They they got to ship it back out.
You got to ship it back out. And so I think the market, even though people that came in that haven't been in as long as we have, that only experienced it during that volatile period, I still feel like there's still this opportunity where people are trying to figure out how do we still, because a lot of people still bought into these books at these crazy prices. And that's why you're going to have people just figuring out, either they got one or two choices. They got to hold these books and hopefully they can try to break even or make a profit down the road, or they got to cut their losses now. So that was my big, that's why I was just listening carefully as who that was sharing, because I'm like, the way they're moving these dates and everything, is it more of a business thing? Is it more of them just, or a fear thing? They're saying, look, let's keep this ball moving. We're back on track. We got traffic coming. People seem to get excited again, and let's just try to keep this excitement going. That's kind of what I feel like is going right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we got the Edge of Spider-Verse trailer this week. I mean, to me, it looks like Edge of Spider-Verse.
Hey, man, stop trying to spec. It's across the Spider-Verse. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
I'm going up buying Edge of Spider-Verse and blaming the Tomahawk crew.
Yeah, well, they can go buy all the Spider-Boy they want. I just see it when they come out. I just want to make sure Larry remind me to go pick up so I can go get my shoes when they come out. Get my Jordans when they come out. Chris, your thoughts on Edge? Well, Across the Spider-Verse, excuse me.
I mean, like I said earlier, there are more Spider-Man than there are Robins. Like,
I mean,
like, and it's ridiculous. Like, there's so many Spider-Man. I mean, let's be real. Like, they did two different versions of the trailer. The international version of Across the Spider-Verse trailer actually has the live action Spider-Man appear in it, because they get referenced when Spider-Man 2099 is talking to Miles and Spider-Gwen. He's talking about and he's like, what happened on Earth 19999? That's the MCU that he's talking about. So they've already connected the MCU technically to this animated movie. They've established that it exists, and the international trailer shows the live action Spider-Man. Like, it's gonna be good because people love Spider-Man. At least they love Miles Morales. Let's put it better that way. They like Miles Morales as Spider-Man. I think people are kind of tired of Peter Parker as Spider-Man, which is why so many people like Miles. Because he's a Spider-Man that's different, and it's not the same old. Because let's just be real, Spider-Man's been around for 60, 70 years. and Peter Parker still can't hold the job. And that's just he done finished college and a million times. He done been a teenager all over again. His worst enemy done did a better job at being Spider-Man than him. Like nobody really wants Peter Parker as Spider-Man, it seems like, but they love Spider-Man, just not Peter Parker. And so Miles Morales is that new thing that people are willing to take on to get that fix of Spider-Man. And unfortunately, the way Marvel and Disney are, man, they're gonna ride that Miles Morales gravy train until the wheels fall off.
You know, I'll let you come to you right quick, but I you know what was missing from that trailer? There's one character missing from that trailer they did not put in there, and that's Charlemagne. Alex Shields, buddy. And if you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
I saw the trailer, man. I don't really care about Spider-Man, to be honest. But I mean, I will say this. Hey man, I'm not hating on him. I just don't care for him. Like Spider-Man was to go out to space and land on the land of the lost planet. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? So but I feel what you're saying, Chris. Now my nephews, man, they love both of them. I still think there's a place for Peter Parker. And honestly, I mean, really, if you're looking at Spider-Man hierarchy, it's probably going to be it's going to be neck and neck spot, Peter Parker and Miles Morales and then Eddie Brock in terms of Spider-Man popularity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody else is kind of like right up under them. But I like the first Spider-Verse movie. I thought it was pretty good. I just think this is going to be what's going on, comic correct. But I think honestly, it's going to be a milking session, man. Basically, it's going to open up the door for us to see a whole bunch of different Spider-Man stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised in this movie they probably got a Spider-Man Wolverine somewhere, and he hiding out. And I'm just being honest, man.
They saving that for Gwen's movie because they already turned her into Wolverine. Well, they turned both of them into Wolverine, but
yeah, saving that for part 2 because this is part 1. Part 1.
Right. So I mean, they're gonna milk it, and it's probably gonna do better than the first one. But other than that, I mean, I'll watch it for entertainment. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's Spider-Man.
Right.
Yeah.
Mel V said something a while ago. He said that he was talking to some young kids, and he asked him. He said, "Who was Spider-Man?" And he said they said Miles Morales. And Mel said that kind of ignited his angst to kind of jump in and get that Ultimate Fallout 4 when he got it, because he was like, "Look, Miles is the future of this whole Spider-Verse thing." This is the crazy thing. I have a 12-year-old nephew. I asked him the same question. I said, "Who is Spider-Man?" He said, "Peter Parker." I said, "Is that you, or is that you and your friends?" He said, "That's me and my friends." He said, "We love Miles," but he said Peter Parker is Spider-Man. And this is a black kid. And I was like, wow, that says something. Now, don't get me wrong. My nephew's a comic book reader.
How old is he, Rico?
He's 12 years old.
Okay.
And he should be at that Miles Morales influence, right? Where he's influenced by Miles. But I think sometimes what we fail to realize, man, is that, Chris said something very, very important, man. So I'm also into like Marvel cards. And if you're in the Marvel cards, one of the things you'll notice is that Spider-Man is probably the biggest hit you're going to get in Marvel cards.
Yep.
But not only is Spider-Man a big hit, Venom is probably, for some people, just as big as hit as Spider-Man. But it gets even crazier. Watch this. Miles is a big hit. Gwen is a big hit. And the whole thing is the whole Spider-Verse thing in Marvel cards, anything connected to Peter Parker, Spider-Man, is a hit. And it's really all because of Spider-Man. And when you think, remember when Miles first came out, he was Arachnid Kid or something like that. That was the name he was kind of going. I wish they had kind of just stayed with that and kind of just get it, because I felt like branding him now as Spider-Man, it has helped his brand, has absolutely helped, his status, as far as in comic books. But it's hard for people to separate him from Spider-Man. And I get it. He's supposed to be Spider-Man, so I get it. But I think that's a good thing, but that's also a bad thing. Because he's always going to be just another version of Spider-Man, or a black Spider-Man, or a multicultural Spider-Man. And I think sometimes we as black people forget he's just as much as Hispanic as he is black. I know we drafted him, and we feel like we
got him. We got this.
We got him.
Number one draft pick. Yeah,
they took Rico Suave. We got him.
We got him. But I think
fair trade.
But one of the things the reason why I bring that up, one of the things my nephew was saying was he was saying that most Hispanic kids in his school don't say Peter Parker, they say
Miles Morales.
You see what I'm saying? And I thought that was interesting that we sometimes forget that there is a whole, like Al was saying about, this whole thing with, people being recognized and as far as in movies and stuff, and we think Blue Beetle might provide that. I mean, Miles provided that. I think we look at it from only our angle, but we fail to realize, man, that this guy connects to many cultures, not just us. And so I don't know, man. I think sometimes, and I think that has a lot to do with his success as well, is that he crosses, all these different paradigms, man. He goes beyond just one cultural dynamic. I think, and then when you add the fact that he's Spider-Man, now you realize how he's ingratiated himself also within those that are not necessarily within the ethnic cultural lane. You know what I'm saying? Because they see him as Spider-Man. Because when that mask is on, they don't care. He's Spider-Man. When that mask comes on, we start clapping. You know what I'm saying? Mask comes on, they start clapping. You know what I'm saying? So he connects with everybody. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. So I'm with both of you guys. I think y'all brought up some good points. I'm gonna watch it because I love the first one. The first one was dope. It was kind of emotional little ride too. They had some nice little emotional scenes in there. So I'm excited to see if they can do the same thing they did in this one, like they did in the first one.
Yeah.
Hey, let me say something right quick, and I'm gonna relinquish it. To add to what Rico said, I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Miles Morales, but man, Spider-Man is like, if Spider-Man, if we had to equate Spider-Man with a real life person, it would be The Rock, because Spider-Man is the people's champion.
Yeah.
Spider-Man, ever since we were young, Spider-Man has like been the forefront. I mean, lest we forget, I mean, I know some of y'all around my age, Electric Company. Spider-Man, where are you coming from? Spider-Man, nobody knows who you are, So I mean, as far as it goes, you can't really. Me personally, you can't really separate the two because, like Rico said, they're so intrinsically tied with each other. It's like you can't really have Spider-Man, Miles Morales without Peter Parker. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, man, I like I said, I'm looking forward to the movie. I'm done.
I'm looking forward to the movie as well. But it was interesting when Rico brought up his nephew and how, he sees Peter Parker as Spider-Man, as his Spider-Man and not Miles, even though he likes Miles. And I'm the same way. Like, I like Miles, but I grew up off of Peter, so I still have that loyalty to Peter Parker as my Spider-Man. And nothing against Miles. I love Miles, and I enjoyed the Into the Spider-Verse and all. But I feel like Miles will become the Spider-Man if Marvel decides to just finally move away from Peter Parker and say, let's just make Miles the man as the one true Spider-Man. And that's going to be difficult because you still have the loyalties that loyal to Peter Parker. Like, yeah, we like Miles, but Peter's our guy, so we don't want you moving him away. And then you're gonna have the people who want Miles to be that guy, to be the main Spider-Man, and be like, well, we don't like Peter Parker no more. He's not our Spider-Man. Miles is our Spider-Man. We want him to be the champion. So
Right.
it's gonna be that dilemma that Marvel, whether or not they want to do it, but you're gonna have that Peter versus Miles in terms of the fan base, and then you got the black side and the Hispanic side when it comes to Miles. So that's a whole cultural thing there. So that factors in on the popularity of the character. So it's one thing to be loyal to Peter, but I do want to see Miles ascend up to that top tier as the main Spider-Man, to see what they could do with him as the one true Spider-Man.
But you know, I'll say this last thing. I think Sony's nervous to bring him to live action. I think one of the things we don't realize is that the reason why Marvel milks him so much from the comic book side, because that's their biggest way of profiting from Miles. Because when it comes to movies, TVs, video games, that's all Sony. Now I'm pretty sure they got some type of deal where they get some crumbs, but Sony owns that IP.
For now.
So in games, in video, in film, so when people start saying, "Why are we getting all these Miles being thrown?" That's how Marvel makes majority of their money off of Miles is through the actual comic books. But Sony, remember, that's why these deals were always going back and forth with Feige. Are we going to be able to get Spider-Man into the MCU? Are we going to be able to get working back and forth with Sony? So I think that's always going to be an issue with the quote unquote Marvel, and that's why it was so important, I think, for Marvel to get the rights for X-Men and Fantastic Four back from Fox. Because we forget years and years ago when Marvel was filing for bankruptcy and hemorrhaging, they were selling out their IPs for left and right, just trying to stay afloat. So that's how Sony got Spider-Man. And Sony paid, if I'm not mistaken, I think $10 million for that IP.
Have y'all heard that it's not official, but both Sony and Disney have agreed in terms to where Disney is going to buy Spider-Man for, I think it was $6 billion.
Are you serious?
That's more than what they paid for Star Wars. God,
you got to think about it though. You think about Spider-Man's Rose Gallery. They get everything under that Spider-Man umbrella bag.
You're right.
That's true.
Everything. I think the only thing Sony might end up keeping is rights to the video games, which will make sense. You know what I'm saying? But
PlayStation.
if that ends up going through, Disney ain't scared to use Miles.
Right.
Now I want to address the Into the Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse. I would say that if that deal goes through that I was just talking about, if that falls through, then Across the Spider-Verse is going to be the last one that I actually anticipate seeing, because Disney is not good at any animated movie.
Nope.
Any. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So, like, I'm
talking about Marvel related.
Yeah, Marvel related.
Yeah.
DC the king when it comes to animation, man.
And hell, the only time Marvel even came close to somewhat even looking through the window of posing a threat was the Ultimate Avengers, and that wasn't even Disney. That was before Disney's time.
Yeah,
actually, Hulk versus,
but it still was before. That was before Disney bought them.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
You know, the only thing they really got going for them animated now is
X-Men.
No, they ain't put out no X-Men anything yet. So
X-Men 97 is coming.
But that was still one Disney. I mean, 97 would be Disney, but the old one.
The old one, but the new ones.
But the closest thing we got to that is What If. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? That's a series.
Yeah, I thought What If did okay.
I like 3 episodes.
Man, I didn't even hear about that deal. Man, if that goes down, that changes everything for Disney.
Right.
Yeah, if that goes through, man, just imagine getting a real Eddie Brock.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna lie, I was excited about having Tom Hardy play Eddie Brock until I saw him sniveling and crying and sitting in a
Lobster
lobster
tank?
tank in
Yeah.
the middle of a restaurant. I mean, come on, who you bullying, and who have you ever bullied in your life to where you
Yeah.
sit in a lobster tank? You know what I'm saying? But that's all. I just want to throw that out there because you had brought it up before I could say something. But
Nah,
if that ends
that's
up,
good to know.
yeah, if that ends up happening, I mean, hell, even though I don't like Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, I would be cool with seeing what they can do with him in his quote unquote fourth movie. I'll be cool with seeing what they can do with the Amazing Spider-Man 3. Because I like Andrew Garfield as
I
Spider-Man.
like
Well,
Andrew Garfield.
I like him as
Yeah.
Peter Parker more than Spider-Man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I want to see what they can do. We seen how they made Green Goblin look even better. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Just imagine what they can do with. Well, I don't need to see Sandman no more because he was irrelevant in that movie. And No Way Home. What's the other one? Lizard was irrelevant. You could do whatever,
Yeah.
but just imagine them doing Shocker right. They could do Rhino,
hmm
Carnage. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? A real. Don't give us this bullshit where it's a whole family of symbiotes that came to Earth to take over. Just start with the one symbiote. Give
Yeah.
us the Black Spider-Man suit, then give us Venom, and then go from there. Don't start off with
Yeah.
Riot being the top dog and Venom being the weakest of the bunch and all that bullshit. I mean, hell, they done. Well, never mind. They done already messed up Gore, in my opinion.
Facts.
Oh, ain't no redemption for Gore, man. And
Yeah, he's done. They screwed that up.
They,
They
they,
ruined that.
Done and dusted.
they gonna literally have to give us a variant to fix that, cause
Nah, they got to say he was a scroll. That's the only way they can say that.
yeah.
They can fix all of that.
Right there at the story, and it would make sense.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
But he was a scroll.
Phil just gave us a good transition.
Yeah, we get Bad Bunny. That's what we're gonna get. Was it? Was it? Is that what's his name? X Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
Bad Bunny.
What
Oh.
grown ass man? Well, I can't even say that because you got Lil Uzi Third and Lil Yachty and all that other bullshit. So I can't say nothing about Bad Bunny.
All right. So also this, I think was it this week? No, it's last week because I think we was watching WrestleMania when the trailer dropped. Secret Invasion. Trailer. Actually, shaking your head. Go ahead. We can start off with you, Melgy.
So from what I understand, Josh Whedon is directing this movie.
It's
TV show.
Well, he's still directing.
Who that? Do y'all know if this is confirmed? I don't.
I have no idea.
I ain't missed the question.
If Josh Whedon,
who is directing Secret? In the chat, who is directing Secret Invasion? You can is it confirmed that Whedon is
directing?
We can ID
IMDb.
Yeah, we can look it up.
Some dude named Ali
Ali
Salim.
Salim, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it was Josh Whedon.
Yeah,
But that's what I heard.
Nah, it ain't Josh
Ali
Whedon.
Slim.
Unless I'm thinking about Secret Wars.
might be Secret Wars you're thinking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Secret Wars.
Why would they
Yeah,
bring
it
him
might
back
be.
after he's been gone since Age of Ultron?
Well,
Right.
They're trying to get Kugler to do Secret Wars. That was a rumor. That was
they
a
need to
rumor.
do something.
Right. Get it figured out.
Because they got the guy who did Shang-Chi. He's doing Kang Dynasty. But Ryan Coogler is supposed to be rumored to the Secret Wars. That's what I was last told.
Well, the Secret Invasion trailer, I thought it was, it was serious tone. You get serious tone with those Captain Americans and tie-ins and stuff like that, man. I mean, that's what I want to see. That kind of
I had
stuff.
a Winter Soldier feel to
Yeah.
it. It had a Winter Soldier feel to it.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
and more serious Earth, a lot of dealing with Earth stuff. But even though we still got aliens, but it's on Earth, But
Right.
But it felt more serious, and you don't know where it's going to end. That's kind of like where I feel like I don't know if people are going to come back as scrolls or if people going to be just die off. Like it feels more serious. So. And I'm kind of excited about that, and I just don't know how many episodes it is, and hopefully it's not like 8 episodes and 40 minutes, and you'd be like, dang, man, come on, give me like 16 at least, man.
Yeah.
Give me something.
Yeah, we need the Daredevil treatment with some of these shows, man. Daredevil got like 40 episodes. I mean,
Right.
Like,
I don't think we're gonna get that
go through,
ever
like,
again.
Volume 5. They're never gonna have all the volumes.
I think they said Daredevil is supposed to have like 18 or 20 episodes.
That'd be a surprise.
Man. Yeah, it's
That's gonna be he gonna be the last of a dying breed if that happens.
Man, I'm telling you.
But no, it like I said, it looks serious. It looks good. I'm intrigued. I'll definitely be watching it. So, Sean,
I think it definitely has that Winter Soldier feel in terms of the second Captain America movie, and I like that a lot of things is coming back at Nick Fury for not only him faking death and all that, but he was the one that actually had the Skrulls on Earth. When they first came through in that bullshit Captain Marvel movie. So now that is
what kind of movie was that, Sean? What kind of movie was that? That what?
That bullshit Captain Marvel movie that shouldn't exist in the first place. But
tell me how you really feel.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. A lot of things could set up future stuff. Like Thunderbolts can still be tied to this. With Secret Invasion, and it could lead to Dark Avengers type stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm intrigued by what they're gonna do with it. As long as they don't have too much Samuel running like he did in Captain Marvel. That shit was horrible.
His knees was bad.
His knees was shot. He need to have a stunt man to do all his stunts.
Man, the boy had the Bengay on speed dial, man.
Boy, him and John Wick, boy, they running like they was in pain, boy. But John Wick, boy.
Yeah, he was running like he got shit split too.
Yeah. Al, your thoughts, my brother?
Well, I'm pretty much in agreement with everybody in terms of the correlation to Winter Soldier, and in my opinion, if the show is of that caliber, then I think I'm going to enjoy it because it ain't no secret. Winter Soldier is my favorite Marvel movie by far. It's just a multi-purpose movie. It's just a great movie all the way around. So if they use that template for Secret Invasion, I think it's going to be pretty good. It's going to be interesting to see how this is going to shape up compared to the comic. Of course, the comic book is going to be loosely based on the miniseries, but at the same time, Skrulls play a very important role in Secret Invasion. So it's going to be interesting to see how this particular show sets up the future of the MCU, because there were rumors some time ago that Marvel at some point in time, or Disney rather, wanted to explore that Kree Skrull conflict. So it'll be interesting to see how that actually pans out. Of course, they still doing damage control with our boy Jonathan Majors to make sure that Kane ain't deep sixth, but I think they're trying to set things up after this whole Kane thing, or they might actually intertwine it with the whole Kane situation. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, out of the Marvel shows that have been released over the last 2-3 years, I'm really excited for the Secret Invasion. Of course, Samuel Jackson could pull it off because this man been everything from, a crackhead to, a secret agent. So I mean, there's no doubt that too. There's no doubt Black Snake Moan. There's been no doubt that he can carry it. He can carry whatever he's in well.
Low budget 50 Shades of Grey.
Right.
Yep.
So I mean, in terms of actual show, I'm really looking forward to this. I mean, I'll be watching that every night it drops. How many episodes is that gonna be?
They hadn't. Well, hadn't heard a number. Yeah, I hadn't heard a number. So I don't know. I would assume it'd have to be at least a healthy 10.
They've been averaging about 8. So
yeah.
It'll be at least 8. It'll be at least 8.
Right now, I think Loki's the only show with like 9 episodes. Everybody else has gotten between like 6 and 8. somewhere along in there, and then
this
Loki got 9. Yeah,
It
Yeah,
says
I'm
6.
that's what it
6.
says from what I said.
That's all.
That's all.
wow, there better be an hour-long episodes.
They need to be.
Damn.
But I'm looking forward to it because I really would like to see how they're gonna get back on track with the whole phases and all that kind of stuff. So,
Chris, your thoughts, brother?
Well, y'all know how I am about Marvel movies. I think much like everything else that they have put out for the MCU past phase 2, it'll be good the first time you watch it. And then you'll never be able to watch it again, because if you do, you'll see all the plot holes that are in it, and you'll start picking it apart, and it'll be trash. But I mean, that's let's just be real. As good as all the MCU movies have been, past phase 2, man, if you watch any of them again, you look at them and you're just like, why did I like this?
Yeah.
Because you see plot holes, you see story elements missing. You're wondering if there's a deleted scene that Disney's hiding from us somewhere. Like, stuff don't make no sense. It's always good the first time you see it. It's flashy. It's amazing. It's like a Dark Horse comic in the 90s. It looks really, really good. The cover was amazing. Then you cracked it open and the paper was crap and the art was shit and you couldn't stand the writing. And I think, unfortunately, Secret Wars and a lot of the stuff that they're doing with Marvel falls victim to that. They're starting to make stuff the same quality as the paper that they put their comic books on.
Ooh, Sean, you hear that? It's that paper. Oh, you hear that? It's about that paper.
Watch Almighty.
And unfortunately, though, because pop cultures is the way it is, people are eating it up and loving it still. And because it's that weird mentality of, well, if a lot of people like it, it must be good. No, man, that's not how that works.
Right. Come on, join the show.
You know,
Yeah, I will say.
Yeah, come on up, Larry. Come on up.
Come on up. You know, just because a bunch of people like it doesn't mean that it's actually good. Like, yes, I do back then. So I think Secret Wars is going to be great. Secret Wars has the potential to do really, really well. Because let's be real. Like Al said, Winter Soldier will always be number 1 for me too. Like, every time, if I'm flipping channels in its own, I don't care where it is in the movie. I stop whatever I was going to go look for, and I watch Winter Soldier. There are very few Marvel movies that you can say, or even shows that you can say that you do that with. And I think Secret Wars has the potential to do that because it's going to do what Winter Soldier did. Winter Soldier wasn't about the superhero aspect of Captain America. It was about the life of Captain America and the events that took place. And Secret Invasion has the opportunity to show us these events that do not involve superheroes, but to a degree, average people dealing with the Marvel Universe itself. And if it's done right, it'll be amazing. But it also has the opportunity to just be 6 episodes of Captain Marvel. So,
all right, Rico.
Man, I don't know how to even follow that, man. You know what I'm saying? I co-sign everything my man said. You know, I feel like Marvel. I don't know, man. I have just not been excited for Marvel content lately, as far as movies or TV series. And you nailed it. I feel like it's like they set you up for something, but they just haven't figured out how to land it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I feel like, you know, when you're watching these shows now, like, people talk. The reason why I like Moon Knight so much, I felt like it was the first time that in a long time I saw world building within the series that was within the series. Everybody talks about how Marvel, you know, does something that DC didn't do, where we have all these things moving in concert with each other. We have all these movies and continuity, and they're connecting. I don't really know if Marvel really does a good job, you know, weaving stories together. Really, they just do a good job just when you're in one movie talking about something that happened the prior movie.
Yeah, foreshadowing. Foreshadowing,
really,
Easter eggs and all that, yeah.
Right. They really don't weave these things together and give you to where you can, like, if you go back to George Lucas Star Wars, that's how you weave stories and movies together. It's literally like you go from one to the next to the next. But we giving Marvel all this credit when all they're doing is just referring back to other movies or just bringing other people from one movie to the other. And so that's my biggest concern. Are we really going to start seeing in this phase them really kind of weaving things together, creating a more unison universe where everything is moving in concert? Because I like the fact that, like you talk, like it's so refreshing being in a on a video with a bunch of black men. We can say Winter Soldier was the best movie because if you're in a room with a bunch of black folk and you don't say Black Panther, they'll cancel you. You know
egg pain.
Yeah, you get canceled. You know what I'm saying? You lose your black card.
You're not black.
Man, I'm telling you. I'm
not saying Black Panther wasn't a good movie. I'm just saying.
I'll say it.
Was bad. You know what I'm saying?
But you're right.
Know, man. I just man,
hold on, Rico. Hold on. I hate to cut you off. You really think the first Black Panther wasn't a good movie, Chris?
It wasn't great.
I didn't ask that. I said, you really think it wasn't a good movie? Because you said it wasn't. When he said, I'm not saying it wasn't a good movie, you said, I will.
Yeah, I will say it wasn't a good movie to me. Neither was the second one. I have no problem saying that.
One thing we can all agree on.
and Soul Train. They're gonna get you on.
And then Terry Smiley ain't gonna talk to him.
Man.
And Roland Martin definitely ain't gonna talk to him.
Sorry about it, Rico. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I just hope that in this phase we start seeing things kind of being more connected. The storyline, everything being weaved more together, and we'll see, man. But anything with Sam Jackson, like y'all said, he's gonna make it legit. So we'll see what happens.
Can I say one quick thing? Yeah, speaking of Sam Jackson, with Disney putting out these shows, these Star Wars shows, you know what I would really like to see?
Mace Windu.
I would like to see a show about Mace Windu, man.
I heard there's a rumor he coming back.
I'm telling you, man, like I don't know. No more baked mac and cheese. I don't know.
Potato salad with pecans.
Hey, we got raisins in them. He gonna get the raisins potato salad.
Oh hell no!
When Green go to the picnic and he fixes his plate, everybody gonna wait till he got his plate exactly what they want, and he's gonna slap it out his head.
All right.
Yeah.
I ain't invited to the barbecue no more. I can't come to the cookout no more.
Oh man,
yeah, man. I would like to see.
You thought we were gonna let you see today, didn't you?
Mace Windu,
Star Wars. Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah. Who that? Your thoughts, brother?
Man, Secret Invasion is gonna be good. That's all I can say. Sam Jackson, but they better let him say motherfucker one time, and he got to keep his record. Is going. He's number 2 all time of saying the F word. So you got to keep it going. But yeah, I think it's gonna be good, man. Winter Soldier probably was the best movie, but I'm not gonna say Black Panther wasn't a good movie. I'm already light skinned. I can't get kicked all the way out.
That's two. That's two. You gotta cut tonight, bro. That's two.
I can't. I know.
Oh boy.
Just the ones that are watching is number 1. I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Winter Soldier-esque. Storyline looks like it's gonna be well tight, and look like they're gonna be introducing the Super Skrull. So hopefully they don't just kill them off.
I agree with that. I hope they don't do that, man, because there's so many things to do with that.
It kind of looks like that's what they're doing, but
I don't think.
I hope it. Yeah, it look like they're introducing, and I hope they don't kill them off because I think they can use that character a little bit more. It'd be kind of cool to see a character get developed and not get killed off.
Mm-hmm.
See what happens later on, because we got Fantastic Four, we got a lot of stuff coming up, and he can play a good role in these next projects. So I'm excited about that. And with it being 6 episodes, they might not kill him off. If not, we're gonna be like, what the hell happened? Right. You know. So I think there's gonna be more questions.
The character already dead in the movies anyway. So
yeah. So I think there's gonna be more questions with this show, but it's gonna be good questions. It's gonna be like these kind of talks, like everybody's gonna be talking about it. Be like, man, wonder what they're gonna do with New World Order with Captain America. What they're gonna do with all these other projects coming up. You know,
you mean Incredible Hulk Part 2?
Well,
It'll be a long time before we see that.
Man,
No, they're supposed to be getting the distribution rights from Universal. That's a word out that it's supposed to be getting with the Hulu deal. The Hulu deal's coming up.
Oh, that's Disney has.
Yeah, Disney has 2 options. They gotta buy out Universal or they gotta sell it to Universal. And
Did you see how much that's Hulu's worth?
Yeah, but they're gonna sell it to them, but they're gonna say you got to give us a distribution rights of.
Hey, I'll go ahead, but I got a question after that.
Go back to that comment.
We're not going to bypass that.
Okay, 2 things, right?
No. I'm from the South.
What's going on, DWTT?
Gary, what's going on?
2 things to piggyback off of what who that just said about. I kind of got the vibes in the show that they were kind of like leaning toward possibly offing Nick Fury. But then I thought about it. I'm like, okay, so the name of the show is Secret Invasion. So what if the Nick Fury that we actually seeing on the show is a Skrull?
Yeah, that could be. That could be. What a twist! Yes, a twist in there somewhere.
I'm just saying.
All right,
I mean, it's possible. Hey, what a twist!
What a twist!
The second point, I done forgot, man. My mind just dropped it. But I guess that's what getting old does to you. But what was I gonna say? It come back to me. So somebody go next.
Well, speaking of old, Samuel L. Jackson is 74 years old.
That's why he don't need to be running in the film.
Right.
No, but what I'm saying is, we don't know if maybe. Well, look, they did bring in. What's the dude they're bringing in is Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford.
Yeah, he's playing. Oh, what you call it?
He's Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah, he's like 100 years old.
Man, 8 million years old.
Yeah, he playing Joe Biden.
Hey, and that's what I was. Thank you, Rico, for mentioning that, because that was my second thing. See, people, me and Larry had this conversation the other day, man. Like, to me, it seemed like if you look at the cast of Captain America, New World Order, man, 2/3 of the cast was in the Incredible Hulk movie.
Yeah,
you got the leader, you got Thunderbolt Ross, you got Betty Ross. Who else you got in there? There's a couple other people that was actually in that movie. So you literally have a Hulk movie in the works. I mean, they probably got a muzzle on Mark Ruffalo because he can't hold water for nothing. And then it's rumored that Thunderbolt might become Red Hulk in the movie.
Yeah.
So
I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think Namor and Hulk and Red Hulk are worth $26 billion?
Nope.
No.
That's what Disney would be giving up. That's what they'll basically be paying in that Hulu deal, because that's what Hulu is worth.
Well, now I will say this though, Disney just about a couple weeks ago, Comcast agreed to sell their Hulu. Because remember when Hulu first started, it was this all these group of networks that came together, and they were all, and so Disney has been slowly taking on. Matter of fact, they already own majority ownership now.
Yeah, it's like 85%.
Yeah, and they just purchased or in the process of purchasing Comcast. So I don't know, man. They obviously might be looking at using that platform to put out some of their more children related content, or non-kid friendly related content, to maybe put out some of their darker content. So I don't know.
Y'all already know how I feel about ankle wings, so take a cup bait.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I like Namor. Since we can't call him Namor, you know. I like.
Do you know that book?
Gone.
If you're a Golden Age collector, and I think Golden Age collector will agree to this, that even during this quote unquote capitulation, Golden Age books have been pretty steady, if not rising, even some of the more obscure ones. Now watch this. Namor Submariner Golden Age books have been dropping significantly in price. Now that doesn't even make any sense. That you have all these Golden Age books continue to hold their value, if not continue to scale up. But Submariner Golden Age books are dropping. And I think honestly, look.
Let them drop. I'm gonna buy some. Let them drop.
Hey, brother. Hey, you over here.
I'm agree with them too. They're selling. Oh yeah, I don't like that, bro. Marvel, yeah, Disney did it right, bro. They should get rid of that. Slide on any bit for it.
Those books have been dropping significantly. I don't know. I felt like Namor being probably one of Marvel's earliest. I'm talking like timely and Atlas characters. For them to just kind of just strip away, like, and also be one of the most anticipated characters. By the time he shows up, he is nothing like what we know. And I get it. You know, whatever the reason is, it is what it is. But their excuse was lame. Well, we don't want people confusing him with Aquaman. Nobody confusing him with Aquaman. That don't even make any sense. I just thought that was one of the most lamest excuses ever. So I wouldn't spend that kind of money.
Hey, man, that sounds like that excuse that Capcom gave for the X-Men not being in Marvel's Capcom folks won't recognize the X-Men. Like, what? Man, what rock y'all up under, man, for real?
I mean, you go out of Marvel's Capcom game without the X-Men. Boy, what kind of shit is that? Don't be
right. Like, come on, man, y'all
be going back. I'll be going back to 2014. So also this week there was the talk coming off the heels of a wonderful WrestleMania, and then we get to Monday night, and then Vince McMahon. If you got kids, mute your. If you got kids right now, go ahead and mute your microphone. Just go ahead and turn the volume down. Tell them to step out of the room because I'm going to drop one.
Cussing session number 12.
Yeah, here we go. Hadn't had one of these in a while. Monday Night Raw was the biggest load of shit I've seen in a very long time. Vince McMahon, Al has said it for years. The man is not the genius that people make him out to be. Monday night encapsulated a senile old man that needs to go home and sit down and watch reruns of Carol Burnett. It needs to be take that horse out to the slaughter and put it out its misery. It is done. You sell the company so that you can bring your decrepit ass back over there into that arena. Triple H had shit working. He had the car up out of the ditch on I-75 going down to Unadilla. And then he turns right around. And wrecks the damn car. Wrecks the car. Just wreck it out. I've never seen a man that can just destroy everything. Monday Night Raw this week was absolutely scandalous. It was an absolute disgrace.
There you go, Matt.
Yeah.
There you go, Matt. I'll put it there. There he is right there.
Oh, man, come on, man. How they gonna do Walt Disney that, man? Look at him. He looks like Walt Disney. He looks like Walt Disney.
Oh God.
I mean, it couldn't.
That was like a statue. That's a hot tub. That's a hot tub.
Take that heavy stuff out. That's him, man. Exactly, right there. Exactly. Frustrated. He knows.
That's Vince McMannequin.
I watched that Monday night, and all I could think of, man, is a child shitting, and then you spread it all over the ring with a paper towel. That's what it looked like. Dang. I mean, it was that bad, man. It was that bad. Just like Brother Frustrated said, man, you take something that was working well. It was great. And then Monday, I mean, absolutely no sense what we saw Monday. No, I mean, just you got just some of the most asinine writing. They said it. They said, well, Vince McMahon is going to wrote the whole show for Monday night, and it showed. Brother, this man, it's over, man. I've held this, man. Ever since that man bought WCW, man, it's just been downhill from that. I mean, it is absolute. The man needs to go home. Please go home.
No, he needs to go in at home, not home. In at home.
This is why you were saying, we're gonna watch WrestleMania. I said, fuck WrestleMania, because I know no matter how great that show is, it's not going to be interesting going forward.
I just, I've never seen a man that is just, he is so obsessed with just fucking up shit, man.
I've seen it. It's in politics.
We see it every day. Cowboys fan. It's called Jerry Jones.
Do it the same.
The only difference between Jerry Jones and Vince McMahon,
don't do my commanders like that.
Botox shots getting to his brain.
He's saying something though, but you think about it. Last time Cowboys won is the last time. Attitude.
We don't need to be reminded about that, light skin. Hey, light skin. We don't need to hear that right now.
Oh, hey, man. I'm sorry. I'm a Saints fan, so I can't.
Don't go there, bro.
Hey, wait a minute. Who that? That wasn't attitude there. That was Duke the Dumpster Josie. That was the Mountie.
Man.
Mantar.
Yeah, Mantar.
Mantar. Wow.
Yeah. Look at Crew. Look at what Crew put it. They put it with Crew. Shit, Doodle running there.
General manager.
But yeah, man, Vince McMahon sold that thing to UFC, man, and it's just but not UFC, but the folks that own UFC, and it's I just
and UFC show happening tonight or something.
Yeah, I have it on. Thanks to Larry Crocker, I have it on right now on the
what's the name? Right now.
I got a question about him selling it. I know me and some of the guys were, on the hunt. We talked about it. We don't think these wrestlers are gonna get paid what they get paid, because that company don't pay UFC people. They don't pay them fighters like talking about. These guys, they got people that sit in the back, don't even do a show for like months, and he getting $100,000 a year.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna be paying them dudes like that, especially if you ain't doing nothing. If you're not on the show, you're like, I don't know if them dudes might be making minimum wage, man.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. A lot of that talent, a lot of these, there was a lot of people there, man, that was clamoring for Sasha Banks to go back to WWF, man, and she was like, no. And then you look now, you see why.
Right.
I mean,
good too. Yeah,
and then you look at some of the, they were supposed to be trying to sign Jay White over there. They'll go try to reform that Bullet Club. And Jay White said, oh, no. I'm going to run on over here to AEW, and we'll sort it out over here. Cody Rhodes left initially to start his own promotion, go back, and now look at it. His ass handed to him by Brock Lesnar. I mean, bro, it ain't what it used to be, man.
Hey, I'm with Apollo. I'd rather go back and watch old WCW Nitro episodes, man.
Monday night.
Take it back old school.
What'd you say, Benoit? How you say that? Benoit. We watching that after the show go off tonight. So we watching that after the show go off tonight. Oh man. Yeah, I hear you, Larry. I hear what you're saying, Larry. But Vince McMahon, man. I mean, shit. There's no guarantee he'll win that belt. Vince McMahon might win the belt. Knowing him.
I wish I had Larry's optimism. Like this man is that man could find the greatest thing in a piece of shit ever. And I love Larry to death. I wish I had it like that, man. Come on. It ain't everything ain't golden, baby.
And what you say, Al, it's the audacity of hope.
Yo, that's a tip.
That I can get jiggy with that. And I hope they'll let him get the 999 and 99 days, and then he turn around and then drop it. Yeah, they'll be pissed. All right, so closing it out tonight, y'all. The Ahsoka trailer dropped. I believe it was yesterday. I think it was yesterday.
Yep.
Got a chance to look at it. I was impressed. Who dat? Your thoughts on this Ahsoka trailer, man? It looks really good, man.
Yeah. After this, I'm gonna leave. I do appreciate everybody. Well, I'm gonna hang up. You said it's the end.
Yeah, we can go to the hall.
Yeah. Well, after every time I'm gonna head out. I got something else to do. But Ahsoka trailer, man. Rosario Dawson. What can we not say about Miss Rosario? But that show looks really good. They put some money behind that show. Right? Like that trailer, I was like, they ain't skimping out. And then when they made more announcements, said they're gonna close off everything with the movie down the line. Everybody's kind of like, man, when's it's probably down. It's probably about 3-4 years we're talking about. So we're probably gonna get another Ahsoka season, and probably because they already had Mando season 4 written. So we're probably gonna get a few more seasons, but before we get the movie to close everything. But man, I'm happy. I'm happy. It looks really well. It looks like it'll be introducing the main villain, I'm guessing, for the movie, Thrawn. Because I don't think we just gonna see Thrawn in this one. He ain't gonna be Thrawn like we talking about. Probably until season 2 and maybe 4 of Mando, and then close shop on him on the movie. Like do like a Avengers thing. I think.
Yeah.
Get everybody together. But it didn't tell a lot. They showed a lot, but didn't tell a lot.
Yeah.
I like that. Because we saw a lot of Easter egg hit, but we don't know what's going on. It's not like like, oh man, somebody's getting blown up. Oh man, Sabine is blown up. She did. They didn't do all that. It just kind of like showed you and got you like excited. And they needed to do that again. They need to do that again because the ratings for Mando season 3 have been down. Like the eyes on it. So
because it's not what it used to be.
Yeah.
Well, I understand, but I'm saying the trailer. I think the trailer is going to excite people back into what's going on, and
this Mando
I'm excited to see what's going on. Yeah.
Bipolar, man.
It's been kind of like it's been like one thing and then like you're like wait, you got me excited. I thought we was, and then you just went left field telling a novel. But yeah, I think Ahsoka is gonna be really good. They amping it up. They're doing a lot of promotion for it, which is good. When you see a lot of marketing behind stuff, and that means they have a lot of confidence in it. So because they don't like spend marketing money if they don't have confidence. That's what I've noticed. Like he puts it, and he'd be like something comes out, and be like, man, I didn't even know they was even coming out. But they marketing heavily for Ahsoka. So, and I think Rosario's gonna kill it, So she's been promoting it a lot, and I'm hoping that she gets a good focal point in the movie when they do the movie. So we'll see.
Rico, your thoughts on Ahsoka?
I love the trailer. And it was a really good trailer because, like who that said, they didn't reveal a lot, but they gave you some really, good scenes to get excited about. So I like trailers where I can't piece everything together, but I feel like, man, it's exciting, and there were some scenes that I can't wait to see, like when she came down and kind of drew that little circle, kind of felt, kind of went down and like to that little underground. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
When you see a screenshot, she did it with the Force. She didn't even have him in her hand. Somebody froze it. Somebody froze it and said she did it with the Force. She even had the yeah.
Well, I didn't see that.
I didn't see that. I saw a screenshot. Yeah, I saw a screenshot.
I'm about to watch the trailer again.
I watched it again. Yeah. So
1,000 people breaking it down on the internet. They go screenshots.
Yeah.
Iron Man was in that trailer.
Al, your thoughts? Have you seen the trailer, brother?
Yeah, Iron Lad was in the trailer, but he was in the trailer for real. Y'all don't believe me.
I was like, yeah, man, go for it.
Nobody said we didn't.
Y'all ain't said nothing. I'm just messing around. Hey, you know what? Though?
You need a confirmation?
Yeah, we was in the trailer. Keep going, brother.
I'm just bullshitting. But
That's all hooked.
That Ahsoka trailer, man, for real was dope, bro. I mean, I'm a fan of Rosario Dawson. You know, that role was pretty much made, that character was made for her. And I was tripping out because, you know, I'm looking at the trailer, and I don't know if everybody knows Kingdom Comics on the panel, but I'm pretty sure, I ain't been on Instagram in a minute, but I'm pretty sure he probably done busted a couple of blood vessels because, you know, that was one of his favorite awards.
I know he met her at MegaCon.
Yeah, I mean, that dude is like, he's an Ahsoka stan, like, for real. Much love, King. Much love. But yeah, man, the trailer looks really promising, man. And I think the whole TV aspect of the Star Wars universe it has a lot of potential. You know, as long as they keep the story driven, and they're trying to interject a whole bunch of idiocy and foolishness, I think they got a lot of mileage with the Star Wars franchise, man. So I watched bits and pieces of the last Mandalorian episode with Jack Black and Lizzo on it, and I'm like, you know, it didn't do nothing for me, man. I thank you, Rico. I mean, I wish I had 4 hands so I can give 4 thumbs down. Peace out to Rick James. But yeah, man, Ahsoka it's looking really good, man. So I did see this little clip. I think it actually the beginning of the trailer, or part of the trailer, was actually the end of one of the cartoons, because I didn't watch the cartoon. I don't think it was Clone Wars, but it might have been name some of the cartoons that came out during that time with Ahsoka.
Well, Clone Wars and Rebels.
Yeah,
Rebels. That's what it was. It was a scene in Rebels that showed some spaceships flying over the city, and somebody was over the balcony. Because, you know, I ain't gonna lie, I don't know too much about it, but the actual show kind of picks up where the cartoon in Rebels left off, which I thought was pretty dope too. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. It'll probably get me back to watching the Star Wars properties and stuff, man. It kind of gave me Rogue One vibe. So
yeah.
Chris?
Oh, I'm amped for it, man. You know me, I like Star Wars. Have they made mistakes with stuff? Yes, but you know they keep bouncing back. They keep trying, and every once in a while, you know, it's few and far between. I think Ahsoka is one of those things that's going to be good because people have been wanting this. They've been wanting her story. You know, I mean, that was evident in the fact that, you know, even after Clone Wars was over, they made a whole new season to end the show, to show, you know, to give you more closure about her character and what happened between her and Anakin after he became Vader and everything. Like, they know people want this character. Like, I'm pretty sure the episode she appears in from Mando is probably like one of the highest rated episodes outside of probably episode 1 for the show.
Yeah.
People love Ahsoka. They love that character because it's that air of mystery kind of character. Because it's one of those things like, we know what happened in episode 4, but she was introduced before then, but we don't know anything why isn't she there? And they've got this great area of storytelling. That's a rare thing, that you've got this amazing character. People want to know more about her, and there's nothing established. So you have just a smorgasbord of stuff that you can do, and nobody can tell you you're fucking up because it's all out there. It's all new territory. It's uncharted. So you've got this chance to do something that's amazing. And based off of that trailer, it's going to be just that.
I think Chris already thinks, just based on the trailer, it's gonna be better than Black Panther. Don't answer that. 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 That's just speculation. Don't answer that. That's just my guess. Don't answer that. We don't need no problem. Don't answer that. Especially on who that's still here. Let's preserve our light skinned brother. Not get him in trouble.
Puff Daddy, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I ain't looking forward to this show. Mando has been a disappointing thing this season. This, like I said, it's bipolar. One episode is good, then the next episode, like, what the fuck is this? They focusing on this, and then the last episode with Jack Black and Lizzo and Christopher Lloyd, it's a complete drag out of an episode. I'm like, what am I watching here? This ain't even the main focus of what we supposed to see. It's taken away from the show. So that Ahsoka trailer just came through, and I'm like, man, I'm more interested in looking at this than finishing the rest of this Mando season, because I'm like, I can skip the rest of this and go straight to Ahsoka. But I can't wait. I wish I had more money on me. I could have met Rosario Dawson at MegaCon, but
how much was she charging?
She was like $125 and then $160 for a photo op. So I was like, I'll pass.
That's not bad. I've seen people a lot higher.
How much?
I'll take a picture standing in front of her, and that's my TV.
Hey, how much would no?
It's so funny. Look, you could have met her at she was at a wine place, like promoting some wine she got. You could have got an autograph and a picture, basically just buying the wine that she I guess she's a part of.
Yeah.
I saw that posted. I said, damn, I could have went to all
X. Yep.
But 160 though, man. She make a killing on OnlyFans. Crazy thing.
Nah, she'll make that'll be a pay decrease. What do you call them?
A pay decrease?
She's taking less money.
Oh man!
Oh no! The price of the brick going up if you get an OnlyFans.
Lateral move.
Lateral mean you make it the same thing.
Yeah, you ain't paying 160 to see her there. You paying 2, 3, 4 times that.
Man, no, 2020, baby. 2020. Private stock, my boy. Some of that private stock.
I haven't even seen the trailer.
Okay, all right. Well,
I'm gonna watch it. I just ain't seen it.
Right.
I know it's better than. I already know it's better than season 2 and season 3 of Mando, and I know it's hand over foot better than what's the other one? Boba Fett.
we could have made a show better than Boba Fett.
Man, it's bad when the best episodes of your show is based around
other characters.
Shit, I didn't even like Obi-Wan as much neither.
I like Obi-Wan better than Boba Fett.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm weak. I'm strong. I'm weak. I'm strong. I got powers, but I can't show it. But I'm gonna show it by doing this. Oh my god!
All right, gentlemen, it's time for our halls. Who that? Thank you for coming through, brother.
Man, I appreciate it, man.
Always great having you.
I always love watching the show, just hanging out. But I like when y'all do the open mic, man. It's good to get a lot of different things.
Good to see you, man. Always good to see you, brother.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, and I got to see what kind of books you got. So I'm be watching on I know you be getting all.
Hey, Matt is holding off. He ain't showing nothing until he put his video. I told him thank you because I ain't want to show her, and then you just blow all of us away with your man.
Yeah, it's like he like
main event, man.
He like Doc that be on the hunt, man. Doc showed 5 books that's worth more than my house, and they want to tag me in it. What I'm gonna show?
they it's common books, you know.
But I appreciate everybody. Everybody have a happy Easter. If you celebrate, if you don't celebrate, still have a
same
good time
to you.
with your
Same
family,
to you.
Happy Easter.
And be safe out there, man.
Happy Easter Day.
Don't trust a bunny. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't be good. Peace out.
Hey, be easy.
All right, man.
Hey, man, I ain't scared to go behind.
All right, who want to go first, right, y'all?
Why? Hey man, why you cut me off?
Well, I just need you to talk. And by the time I hit the button, I'm sorry, brother. Forgive me, man.
I can go first. I ain't got that much.
Well, let me go first because I don't have anything, but I'm gonna tell Sean this. Blow me up right quick.
All right,
Sean.
Hold on just a second. But blow it coming up. There you go.
Hey man, I was planning on grading this, so I will send this to you if you will consider. You ain't got to do it, but if you consider grading it, it's yours.
Consider grading it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Like I said, you ain't got to, because what I plan on grading it, but you ain't got to. But I just want to see what it'll come back as. But
yes, that's no problem.
Okay. See, I ain't say you had to grade it. Not that I'm your dad or nothing, but I'm just saying, if you consider it, it's yours.
I know it ain't how you meant it, but the way you said it, though, it was basically like, I'll send it to you if you get it graded, but if you don't.
I'm like, no, I'll be like, hey man, if you don't grade this book, I'm coming to Florida to drop kick you in the chest.
Right, because you will come to Florida, so I'll hold that. Go ahead.
Jim Brunzell style, Killer Beach style.
I don't want to disappoint you because I don't really send stuff out to get graded. So.
Well, I mean, no, I just said that, man, but I'm gonna send it to you.
Encapsulation.
It's yours, man.
If you grade it, baby.
All right. Rico,
you ain't got to grade it, man. It's yours, bro.
All right, you got something you want to show, brother?
Yeah,
you got some. Hold on now. You got some cool over there because I just seen it, so I know you got some over there.
I got something I think Puff gonna like.
Is it a new hard copy edition of Curtis?
Huh?
Is it
no? So the first time, man, that I was on the show, I was sharing some books, and Puff dropped his name at me, and he asked me, he said, "Man, have you heard of Dwayne Howard?" And at the time, I was like, "Nah," it didn't ring a bell. I was like, "Nah." So I wrote it down, and a few days later, I said, "Let me get that sheet of paper that I had these notes written down that people were sharing with me." So I looked at the name and I started going through my notes. And it turned out I had a whole list of research I had been doing on the character, but I never pulled the trigger and purchased anything. And it's so funny, I was talking to Matt, I was telling him that I try to take my time before I go down certain rabbit holes because I get addicted and I don't know when to stop. But Puff, you did it. You got me down this rabbit hole. And
it's your fault.
It's your fault. And so what happened was I already had the list of books that I wanted to get. So I just started looking for these books. And watch this, you're gonna love it. So one of the first books that I grabbed was this book. And this is a really dope book, came out in 1973. It's a Wayne Howard cover, Ghostly Tales 107.
Oh, nice.
So really, really, really dope cover, but it gets better. So one of the things that Wayne Howard did for the community, for comics, was he kind of made it popular to put your name on the cover. Now he wasn't the first, because we can go back to some of Matt Baker books and we can see his name on the cover, especially Canteen Cake. But he made it a thing to have, created by the artist, particularly like Wayne Howard. So there were a couple of books I wanted to grab, and one of the books runs that he really started doing it was Midnight Tales. So this is Midnight Tales number 5, and this is a beautiful book. Got the old label, it's a 9.6. Love this book. Beautiful. One of the highest graded copies, 9.6. But the one I'm about to show you, Pup, is the one I'm mostly excited about, bro. So I did some research and I found out he actually drew himself on the cover of one of the books. And that particular book was Midnight Tales number 2. And if you see this gentleman right there,
that's Wayne.
Hold on, let me get the. That's Wayne Howard.
Nice, man. That's awesome. You got that.
Man,
So this is the first. This is the first and only appearance that Wayne Howard appears on the cover, and this is the highest graded copy on the Simpsons. It's a 9.
That's his name right there under.
Yeah, it's there, right there. Yep.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome, bro.
So when I found that out, I said I wanted to find the highest copy I could. I was fortunate to get the highest one on the Simpsons, which was a 9.4 old label. I'm not gonna crack it. I'm gonna keep it the way it is, man. But I just got to give a shout out to Puff, man, for bringing that back to my memory, because that had literally it just kind of went just way back, and I was so happy to start going down that rabbit hole again. So man, this book right here I'm really excited about. So Wayne Howard on the cover, really, really dope, man. You can kind of see him and kind of zoom in a little bit. So, and I started doing research. He always wore this tie, this white shirt, and this hat, and a lot of people said that they would go into his closet and he would have 10 hats of the same color, 10 shirts of the same color, he wore the same outfit every single day. But it was different clothes, but he just had this same outfit that he would always wear. And the last thing I'm gonna show real quick, this is something I was sharing with Matt. I'm a big Luke Cage collector. I love Luke Cage, one of my favorite characters. And so in the 92 run with that Dwayne Turner and Chris Ivey worked on, the Cage run is one of my favorite runs, and this is one of my favorite Luke Cage covers of all time. I just freaking love this cover. And I found this book. This is a 9.8 signed by Michael Coulter. So it's a newsstand, and this is the only 9.8 on the Simpsons. And it's a signed copy newsstand. But watch this. It gets a little bit better. So check this out. So then I was able to find the actual production proofs for the actual book.
Sweet
These
Christmas.
are the actual production books from the studio for that cover. But it gets even better. What came with it was the printed proof that they used for the color test. And the reason why I didn't print these out, because I can't get the color pieces from this. You see what I'm saying? So these came from the studio as well. But it gets even better than that. So then
you closed out the hall.
I got this, which is the original art. But now this is original art, but this is Chris Ivey, who worked on the book with Turner. He recreated it and redrew the cover. So this is his rendition. But watch this. Not only did he recreate it. This is all original art. He recreated it, got his signature at the bottom. But then when I purchased this, I didn't even realize until it came in. He actually did a color version as well and signed that also. You see at the bottom.
Dang.
I need a bell. So ding, 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 ding.
Man.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So this right here, man, is probably, I like to do sets. This might be one of my dopest sets that I have yet. So that's my haul.
Congratulations, man. Brother. Congratulations.
Yeah, appreciate that.
That was really good.
I love watching people get that art, man. That's cool, man.
And I'm glad that you dove down the rabbit hole of Wayne Howard and got those books, man.
Man, let me tell you something, man. It could have came at a better time, Puff, because when I started looking for the books, I happened to stumble across a particular auction, not on eBay, and that book that I was looking for in the highest grade was in that auction. And I was like, I'm not going to lose this book. I said, I don't care what it goes at, I'm winning this book. And so it worked out perfectly, man. So shout out to Pup, man, for dropping that, man. I appreciate that, bro.
All right. Who want to go next?
I'll go.
All right.
So I picked up 3 weeks worth of clothes. Got the Milestone 30th anniversary special.
The Flash homage.
I love that cover.
Yeah. I still got one. I had to order it online. The Static Shock animated one. Luckily, it was dirt cheap, so I ordered that. Storm and the Brotherhood of Mutants 2. to get that variant.
Who did that cover, Pup?
I'm not sure. I'll check it out.
I think a chick did that cover, man. I think I remember seeing her on IG talk about it.
Yeah, it could be what's her name? Poison Ivy 11. Of course, staying with Savage Dragon 265.
Get hit in the nuts, man, with his Christmas sweater on. That's rough.
Yeah, tough, man. Saga number 63. Man, I gotta catch up with this. I haven't read it since it came back.
I'm 2 issues behind. I gotta read 62 and 63. It's been good.
There's the cover that was on the list. Hopefully
nice.
This is the last Purple Rain homage because now they're getting out of hand, doing too many of them. This is Superman number 2. This is a Dawn of DC variant.
New character introduction. Nice.
Mm-hmm. I love that
Kind of thick too, boy.
Monica Rambeau full time. Number 4.
What's up?
She-Hulk number 11. I'm not feeling the interior artists on this, so I hope the regular artists come back. Cause
Yeah.
I hate when they give us an artist and it's not as good as the regular one. Dawn Attack. Frank Frazetta Dawn Attack. This is number 3. The Frank Frazetta cover. Gargoyles number 4. Some close nudity alert. Perillo's Vampirella, year 1.
Not bad.
Swagalicious.
The milk cover.
Issue number 30. Someone's killing the children. Man, talk about a bipolar series, man. Like there be sometimes a whole lot of nothing happens, and then it picks up that keeps your interest. And it's like I need to read the next issue. Icon versus Hardware, number 2.
Can't wait to start reading that.
Yeah, I enjoyed the first issue. Adventures of Superman, John Kent, number 2. I picked up the facsimile, had to, Vengeance of Bane. And then for my MegaCon stuff, save that. I got David Nakayama to sign She-Hulk.
Nice.
Signed that. He signed X-Men Storm variant.
Nice. I like that.
That's nice, yeah. Dope.
Then another X-Men book with only Wolverine X-23.
Nice. Yeah, I got that one.
Larry for the hell.
Love that one.
Man.
Yep, it was buy 2 get 1 free at his booth, so that was pretty dope. This is a Bird City Comics variant with Son of Sinister.
Oh,
That's
dope.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, I like that.
It's an exclusive. EM Gist art. Had to grab that. For the couple of Luke Cage books, Power Man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Black Goliath.
Where's Black Goliath?
Ah, yes. And this was like 50% off a sticker price because it was on Sunday, so I made sure I got that one.
Why is Black Goliath always falling on the cover? Where, you know I ain't lying. Every cover he's falling. Big old
Man
dude.
getting his ass kicked.
Right. For the same reason Superman always get beat up.
He's the biggest, tallest dude in there. He always going down.
They're always going down on the cover.
He's still trying to learn his powers. That's why. Cut him some slack, y'all.
Fish. That cover.
Oh,
Nice. Love that cover.
Oh, wow.
That's a dope cover.
Yeah, then him versus Kevin Stroh.
Oh yeah. That's what
Hmm.
that's Billy Graham, ain't it?
Yeah, Billy Graham.
Yeah, that's Billy Graham right
So
there.
you
Can
you
tell.
work.
I
That's what
got.
I mean.
I'm starting to build a little thing with the Power Man, so I'm definitely gonna try and
Yeah.
pick up some books.
Piranha Jones.
Lana Jones.
Hey, he gonna be in the next season of She-Hulk.
Oh Lord.
I would not be
I got
surprised.
this was the best print. Tara Strong,
Nice.
Oh, nice.
all the characters that she worked on.
Hey, she voiced Timmy Turner.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
And Ben 10.
Wow.
I knew Ben 10, but I didn't know Timmy Turner was in that number.
Yeah, that's a whole lot of characters. And of course, the picture of the day.
Yeah.
How you like your ribs?
Sean, hey man, Sean, you like you ready to just destroy somebody, bro.
I know. I should have just had him facing me and just had Jace hold the towel. That's what we were thinking. I was like me and him face off and Jace holding the towel. But you know,
throw the damn towel.
That's it. But yeah, it was a blast meeting him.
What are you waiting for?
Action Jackson.
Nice haul.
And then the big pickup of the day of the con. So this was where the majority of my money went, and I still got it for a good deal. You know, he had it for $250. I think it was $250, and I got it for $125.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's
Shout
it.
out to Tom Playground. You know, he knew I really wanted this book, and he came down to a really good price that I was like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And you know, he hooked me up, and I'm happy to have this book. So I got the first issue and I got the last issue, and everything else I can get in between them.
Yeah, that's a dope. You know, I always say, man, that book outside of maybe the platinum cover for the platinum variant, that's the most important as far as book, as far as the value.
And then not only it's the last issue, it's a cover by Mobius.
Yeah, that's what they did. Yeah, that Mobius cover is big, man.
And Mobius art is like really huge.
Yeah, that's art. Yeah, that's a big book. Man, congrats on that.
All right, so I traded. I'll preface this by saying these two books I got, I traded one. This is Al. I know Al's gonna be laughing when he see this shit. But I traded some. I bought some books. I had them in a short box. It was just some junk I got from Second and Charles. And so I was like, you know what? I gotta get rid of this stuff, man. So I took it to a spot to offload. I call it the make a fool pile, and the person bid on it, and I said, well, I picked up. I got some Mylars and a couple other things, and he was like, hey man, look in that box to see if there's anything in there you want. So I pulled up a couple books, and I'm gonna preface this by saying that I've got a haul video that's gonna be on tomorrow. So the in-depth haul video will be tomorrow. As I told Sean, it's an hour and a half. Get your popcorn and some juice, and sit down. So it's a long one. But I did want to show these two books because I want to talk about that trade. So I traded away some old stuff I bought years ago, and like I said, some stuff I got from Second and Charles. And so first book is a book. I know you're gonna start laughing when you see it. So I traded that stuff away, and I got that back.
Man.
Werewolf by Night 33. And also a book that I have been eyeing for a while, but I could never get it for the price that I wanted, so I got it for trade. So of course I went ahead and got it. So I finally got X-Men 101, Dark Phoenix. So got that, and that's part of the haul. So tomorrow, 4 p.m., y'all make sure y'all check out the haul. I'm gonna go in depth and show y'all what I got. X.
All right. I ain't got no books, but I got a couple pops that I ordered that came in.
Hey, you got some on the wall, ain't you?
Looks
No,
like
they the same.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they same. And they ain't brought out the two new Wolverine ones that I want, so I'm just waiting on those. to come out, then I'll put them up there. But I got the Watcher.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Hey man, where you get that from?
Funko.
That's Funko.
The Black Watcher. Is he black?
No, well,
He
He
tan.
just got a tan.
he
Team
Middle
light
Eastern.
skin.
That's the mouse. That's the milestone watcher.
He might be Middle Eastern.
That's a Nathan's hot dog watcher.
I also got the Funko exclusive glow in the dark Venom.
Nice.
Venom fame.
I got the Target exclusive, basically the art series, Justice League Batman.
Mm.
Trying to get it without a glare, but I
Yeah,
think that's the best we're gonna get right there. So I got the PX previews, Unmasked, Batman
Michael
from
Keaton.
the Flash, Michael Keaton.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Also have Ben Affleck's Batman from the Flash.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Then I got this right here. Al gonna love this one. The Barnes and Noble exclusive. I can't say her name, but Demon Slayer.
No.
Kanea.
Kaneo Suyuri.
And the last but not least, I'm glad Funko had a restock because I was able to get this bad boy to keep my Demon Slayer collection pretty much. Well, it's at 98%, but Saname. So got this one right here, and they just revealed a whole nother wave of Demon Slayer pop. So,
Whew.
Man, I ain't
Ain't
getting
no
no
break.
more of them pops. The whole one I want is the Hashira, the one that cry all the time. You know what I'm talking about?
I wish I would have known that I had an extra one. But you know
I
he
still
a
gotta get
Hashira
that
too.
Jubilee.
Oh, it's up
Yeah,
there.
he the yeah, but that ain't the snake one, is it? No, that ain't the
No,
snake
this
one.
ain't the snake one.
No.
But I think, if I'm not mistaken, they announced him soon too.
Chris, did you
Demon
went all
Slayer
right?
good, y'all.
Yeah, I got some
Real
stuff.
good.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually got to cut a haul video tomorrow because I after like 3 months picked up comic books. It's like 103 comic books. So it'll be my first long. Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
But
bro.
yeah, I got some stuff. I had the DC version of this, and they finally came out with the Marvel one. So I'm glad I finally was able to pick it up. I got the Marvel Anatomy book. It's actually pretty good. This one, the DC one is done from the perspective of Batman, whereas the Marvel one is done from the perspective of T'Challa and Shuri. And it breaks down a little bit more. They cover like Asgardians, all kinds of stuff like it. So it's actually pretty cool. As most people know, I'm a huge James Bond fan, so I finally was able to pick up the DB5, the Aston Martin, the James Bond Lego set. And I was able to track down the Paul Walker Fast and Furious Lego set.
Oh wow, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's
Comes with a
dope.
little
light
Paul-
up.
It does not light up. It comes with a crap ton
Alright.
of stickers, though.
I wish you would have told me that you wanted those because we do sell them, and I get this thing that begins with a D and ends with count.
Came across because I love Sonic. Came across the Sonic board game,
Nice.
so I picked it up while I was in Target. They introduced my daughter to Sonic the Hedgehog. She's seen both movies and she likes them, so I figured I'd get her hooked into the board game before I torture her with trying to play any of the video games.
Man, Sonic 2 are better than Spider-Man No Way Home.
This is
I said it.
and then last I picked up the Technique version of the Bat Cycle from the Batman.
You mean the Batman cartoon?
Dude,
No,
that's
the Batman
dope.
movie.
No, that's from the Batman.
The Batman, yeah.
That's
They-
We
that's
know-
what he was riding at the end of the movie before he went right and Catwoman went left.
Okay.
yeah.
Did y'all
What
Because
was
I-
the cartoon called? The Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably one of the next to the animated series. It was probably one of the best versions of Batman in a cartoon, anyway.
The first season had the best Batman intro ever.
Oh yeah, for the Batman,
Yeah.
yeah. That's it for me.
Man, I ain't got nothing. Why you showing me? Hey, man,
Because I already got the
I'm
Batmobile, so now I can park the bike next to it.
I'm gonna do a haul video with Jimmy staying in the camera for like 15 minutes.
Just intense eye stare.
Like this.
Hey, I don't know. Maybe you should get a bottle of Listerine and do a 24-hour live stream just showing that bottle of Listerine like Super Rush did.
Now I'm gonna brush my teeth and floss and then gargle, and I'll put it under comic halls.
All right, so everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. Before y'all leave out of here tonight, make sure y'all go by and hit that like button for us, please, on the way out.
And before we go, I just want to say the Cantonese Comic Kid is doing the Silve Sunday tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern on his channel. I'll be a part of that. You know, hopefully we'll get a couple of guys in and we'll just talk about our MegaCon experience, you know, from last weekend. So
nice. Also, Sean, you got a haul video up on your channel. A MegaCon video. You got a MegaCon video, so y'all.
Yes, I do got a MegaCon video on my channel. Check that out.
Man, I watched that video, man. That was a dope video, Puff. I watched. That was really good.
I sure hate I missed best of the best.
Huh?
I said I sure hate I missed best of the best.
You missed that stream?
Man, I wanted to be on that stream so bad, but I had to work, man. I love that movie.
Yeah, it was a fun stream, man. We had a great time talking those films.
Frustrated. Thank you for joining us, man. We appreciate it, brother. We appreciate that, man. We appreciate it. All right, so we will be back next week. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all make sure tomorrow, 4 p.m., haul video. Hit your notifications so y'all will catch it. For Al, Puff, X, Rico, who stopped through, Chris, and Larry sitting there waiting to come on after we get off so he can stew about it tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.